Come like I'm safe and sound. Why does it have to be that way? Every single day I feel this way.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trey. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a speed. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey.
She ice cold, Trey.
My heart froze, my shit ice cold, Trey. And you know I wear my heart on my sleeve. You hitting all the reads. Pack your shit like you finna leave. I go and hide your keys. Put you in position to win. Bless you without a sneeze. Bust you down in all the VV. Yeah, we was getting cheap. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey. Overplay my part, I can't breathe. I feel the pain in my lungs. I thought we really was one. My heart cold like Trey.
She ice cold, Trey.
What's good, family? It's your boy. Y'all know what time it is. We Talk Hawks TV. We Talk Hawks Daily. Talk to your boy, man. Let's talk real quick. Let's talk real quick. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time. I know I say that all the time. But I promise I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I know some of y'all watching the Braves. I know some of y'all want to get back to the playoffs. It's all Gucci. Just wanted to tap in with y'all real quick, man, and discuss the exit interviews and a quick discussion of adding on a new executive in the front office. Let me go and drop the link if anybody want to tap in, man. Anybody want to tap in? Y'all know this is a fan channel. This is for the fans, by the fans. You dig me? So let me go and drop that link. Anybody want to tap in? And let's talk these exit interviews and talk this new executive that that we got here. Boom. We got the link up in the chat right there. Yeah. Let me go ahead and pin the link to the top so nobody keep asking me about it. Demond, where's the link? Y'all see I'm getting better at pinning the link at the top of the chat. I'm getting better, guys. I'm getting better. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy as we continue, as we switch to our off-season mode, as we switch, as the homeboy in Langston said, as we switch to our Cancun mode. We Talk Hawks Cancun edition 2024, right? Let's talk, man. Let me pull up the let's pull up this new executive we have here. And like I said, I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time, man. Because I know y'all got some other stuff y'all want to be doing And I know you have better places to spend your time, but I'm glad you're hanging out with your boy for about an hour. You dig me? Let me find it real quick. Let's find it real quick. Boo, boo, boo. Let's see this new executive we got here. I wonder if they post it here. I know it was on the Athletic. Yeah. Okay, so on the Athletic. Let me go to Athletic. Here we go. We pull up the good old Atlanta Constitution. Let me see if I can look at find it somewhere else though. Let's see what Clutch Sports is talking about. Shall we? Let's go ahead and share this real quick. So we can go over this together. All right, boom. All right, y'all see that game? Let's discuss real quick. So the Hawks hire Bob Myers' disciple from Warriors front office in a front office change. Ooh, okay, let's talk about it. Don't forget, we already had a Warriors disciple from Bob Myers, Travis Link, and he got backdoored and got fired. Let's look at this guy real quick. Following their exit from the play-in tournament, blah, 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 we hire Onsi Sala. Is it Sala or Saleh? Or Saleh? Onsi Saleh? Is that how you say it? Onsi Saleh to be an assistant general manager. Okay. He was the VP of basketball strategy and team counsel with the Warriors. Worked closely with Bob Myers and Mike Dunleavy Jr. and previously with the Spurs CEO R.C. Buford. Okay, so what do we know from that right there? We know that this guy is coming from a well-established organization, right? In the Spurs, in the Spurs, in the Warriors, right? Established. We know he's coming from a winning organization. Now, I don't know when he got to the Spurs, but the Spurs were a winning organization up until what? Maybe the last 5 years. So that's a plus. He's a winner. Coming from the Warriors, he's a winner. Hopefully he's coming with a winning mentality. Let's see. He contributes significant front office experience to the Hawks. I wonder why he contributes significant front office experience. Probably because we don't have any. Okay? We don't have any. So, and that's what I tried to tell people. In his capacity, he aided the GM at Mike Dunleavy in all basketball operations aspect, acting as a key advisor for roster building, encompassing trades, signings, draft strategies, handling legal matters for the team, supervise league compliance, salary cap, CBA, immigration, and other related areas. So the dude wore many hats, served in other capacities for the Warriors. Worked closely with R.C. Buford. He's the latest Golden State Warrior front office alum to work with the Warriors following Travis Link's run as president and general manager. Need an offseason that might see changes. Rumors festered around Murray. Yeah. We know that already. Yeah. Some stuff Trey Young said today. Yeah. Hawks finished with a 36-46, blah, 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 blah. All right. We got through that. Family, it's your dog, man. How we feeling? How are we feeling about this hire? How are we feeling about this hire? I mean, let's see. If I want to be positive, guys, okay. Y'all can right now I'm putting on my positive hat, okay? Y'all can call me Positive T right now. Positive D, okay? Pause. No Diddy, right? Okay, we got a guy coming in who's a winner. Maybe. Hold up. My bad. Stop the presses. I forgot to salute the gang. Tap in if you with me. Let me get the salutes going on. My bad. Salute to the homeboy Michael. Salute to Sports and Society, my guy, my moderator right there. Y'all see my moderator right there. Salute to White Mike in the building. Salute to Aaron. Who else? Salute the Foot in the building. Salute to John in the building. The eye test. Salute to Craig. Salute the Ticket. Who else we got up in here tonight? Salute to one Rashad in the building. Salute to Kamak in the building. The homeboy Southside in here with me once again. Salute to the homeboy Pharaoh, Dap Lover. Salute to the executive chef Cujo in the building. Salute to the number one Hawks hater Raj. Salute to the homeboy Steve in the building. Salute to who else? Salute to the Andre report, my boy Trey in the building. What's good? What's popping? Salute to the homeboy Marion in the building. Tap in with me. Southside in the building. Tap in with me. MVG's in the building. Tap in with me. Who else up in here before I start running my mouth, man? Salute to the homeboy Dame in the building, man. Xavier in the building. Who else up in here? Who did I miss? Did I miss anybody? Salute to the homeboy Todrick. Kyrie the GOAT in the building. What's good, my guy? Salute to the homeboy Darian in the building. Salute to the Garage Gang, because that's where I'm going right after this. You feel me? Now let's get back to it. Okay, we got the homeboy Kevin in the building. Talk to me, Kevin. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on this new executive that we just added? Salute to the homeboy Kareem in the building.
Landry's still the main guy, and for me, it was interesting. You know, it's a guy from the Warriors who was around during the peak years of the Warriors, but we had that with Travis Sling, and
exactly, facts.
What can I really take with that? And then Travis Sling got the hell out of there pretty much. So
facts.
Because of obviously the DeJounte Murray move, he didn't want that to happen. And, that clearly did something. But, I mean, I can't take much from it because I'm not too familiar with him. And he hasn't done anything yet. He just got
facts.
here. So,
let me ask you this, Kevin. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that this is a move that Tony Wrestler wanted? That's one. And two, if so, do you think Tony Wrestler kind of losing some confidence in an inexperienced Landry Fields?
For me, Tony Wrestler's pretty lifeless to me. I don't know what his opinions are. I really think he's okay with where we are. I really do believe it. I think he's going to keep Landry around for definitely this year.
Mm-hmm.
And,
you muted, Kev. I can't hear you. Can y'all hear Kevin? Oh, you know why I can't? Can y'all hear Kevin, or is it just me? Say something, Marion.
I can't hear Kevin. I see him talking, though.
Yeah, Kevin, we can't hear you. Hold up. Kevin, I'm going to take you off and bring you back. Let me see if that changed anything. Kevin, we can't hear you. Let me try something here. Say something now, Kevin. I can't hear him.
He's not saying anything. I don't know.
Dame said, Kev going. They said they can't hear you, but you going off though, Kev. They can't hear you,
going
but you
off.
going off.
He was going off for sure.
Yeah, what's good? Hey, they said, oh, Joe said Kev spitting. Hey, what's good, Marion? Thoughts
Hey, how
on
you doing today?
thoughts on? Hey, man, you know what? I ain't even gonna sit here and lie, bro. No Hawks basketball mean I'm disappointed, but it mean no stress. Season over with. Now it's just everybody just speculating and throwing out their little trades and stuff. But you know me, I'm just sitting here waiting for the see what the front office do, man. But what's your thoughts on this new hire, this new addition to the Hawks front office?
My thought is that you know the way that we do things. We hire somebody under you to replace you. That's been the Hawks' way for a few years now.
Mm-hmm.
It was LP. They hired Nate as his top assistant.
Yep.
And a few months later, Nate was taken over. It was Travis. They hired Landry as his assistant GM. A few months later, Landry was the GM. And now we have this guy. He's the assistant GM. I thought that was Kyle Korver. I thought that was Korver, but he's the assistant GM.
Well, you know, you got multiple assistant GMs. They all and the whole assistant GM is just like the major title. So you'll have like 2, 3 of them, sometimes 4 or 5, and they all have different like aspects, different roles under the general manager. But they, you know what it's like, Marion? It's like assistant coach in football.
Okay.
I was gonna ask. So Kyle Korver,
but they actually do something else.
Well, my thing is that this guy is the only person in the room with experience.
And guess what, Marion? The last dude in the room with experience, they didn't listen to.
Did they learn from their mistakes is the question. Did they learn from their mistakes? It seemed like they tried to get a Travis Schlink clone with this new assistant.
You know what's so funny about the Hawks, man? We always what the young kids say these days, we always circle the block, right?
Oh yeah.
Watch this. You draft a Bruno, you let him go, and you trade for him back.
Circle the block. You
hire Travis Schlink, you fire him, you go get a Travis clone, basically.
Circle the block.
We did the same thing with, I don't know if y'all remember, we had Dwayne Dedman. Travis Schlink didn't re-sign him, ended up trading for him anyway. With the money he didn't want to pay him and took on the comp. Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
We did the same thing with Veet. We had Veet.
Yep.
We let him go. Circle the block. Pick him back up.
And that's what I mean. We didn't even have the balls to put V on the roster in the play-in game. That's why this offseason, man, we have all these things we want to happen, but we don't have the general manager that's going to – I don't think he has the capability to accomplish something big time or strategic. I don't think he can do it.
What you think on that, Marion?
I think that the other thing that we have to look at is how much I want to use the word, I guess they use the word gravitas does Landry have? Is he respected among other GMs? That's the main question now. So you bring in this guy who's been with Buford, who's been with Myers. He has respect of other GMs. It's looking like, you know, they're trying to either have Landry learn on the job and also to bolster him up, or maybe they're just going to replace him altogether.
Yeah. Oh, Cujo, good point. I forgot. We did the same thing with Jeff Teague and Lou Will. Jesus Christ, man.
That's true.
You know what else he brings that I told Matt that Landry doesn't have, that Travis Schlink had? He brings a network. He knows people. Because sometimes you do need, when you're trying to make these deals, sometimes you do need like that favor for a favor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I looked out for you by taking on that contract 2 years ago. Remember that, Joe? I need you to look out for me now. You know what I'm saying? He bring a network that Landry Fields doesn't have. Remember, Landry Fields, was never a actual general manager with the Spurs.
Right.
He was just a scout. And I think he was an assistant GM, if I'm not mistaken, for the Austin Spurs, which is their G League affiliated team, which we all know building a G League team and building an NBA team is two totally different animals, you know. Now, my question for y'all. Go ahead, man.
Look at this. Look at this. Think about the fact that, in essence, Landry Fields stabbed Travis in the back and cut him out. How much did that? How many ripples did that send into the GM network? Because Travis basically was a made guy. He was a made man. He was supposed to build the next championship team, and then all of a sudden you got this scout that comes in that basically overrides Travis' decision. Then they cut him out and basically fire him. How much love does Landry have out there in with the other GMs who beloved Travis?
Exactly.
Travis Slink had a vision. He had one. With Trey Young, I know the Trey Young thing, it's been talked about, the Trey Young Luka thing. He did that because he had a vision. With Trey Young, with Kevin Huerter, he had a vision with these guys. And he didn't want the DeJounte Murray trade. And that just screwed everything up. It ruined everything Travis Slink had going. And I can see how Landry doesn't have much respect around the league.
I mean, let's be honest here. What's good, Dane? What's popping with you? You on mute, Dane. There you go.
What's up, y'all? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So,
talking about?
And I put that out, Marion and Kevin, Dave. I put that out when we fired Schlink. I put that out talking to Matt and them. Now, I didn't put it out immediately because I wasn't sure. But I don't know was it last year this time when that Athletic article leaked that explained all the inner turmoil within the organization? And I put that out. I said, does that same thing? I said, you think? And the same thing with Nate McMillan. Because remember, Nate McMillan quit also. But they just asked him to stay on until we could get a coach. I said, hey, you don't think coaches talk? You don't think executives talk? You don't think? Matter of fact, during one of those exit interviews, they asked Trey Young that about what would you they were saying if somebody wanted to come here, what would you say? So, and I say that to say players, executive coaches, they talk about your organization. So if you do somebody dirty, it's gonna get around, and you might take a L on because some players may not want to deal with it. Some coaches may not want to deal with it. To me, I know Nate and Quinn talk. It's a reason why Quinn, in my opinion, got executive powers within his lane of coaching. It's a reason why he has some sort of say on the roster, right? It's a reason behind that. Like most coaches don't be concerned about that because usually you as the coach and your GM on the same sheet of music, and your GM knows if he mess up, I might get fired with him. So when a coach say I need to get some type of roster, that means he don't trust somebody. May not be the GM, even though that would be my pick, But hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, man. What's your thoughts on the new front office hire, my guy?
I mean, I saw it earlier today, and I was like, I don't know really who this guy is. I tried to look him up, nothing really popped up. But he was with the Warriors, so I guess we pick guys from the Warriors a lot of the time. We try to emulate them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I know, it just means Landry needs help. Maybe it's a reputation thing, maybe so teams will deal with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to feel because I don't know too much about the guy. But he's got a good reputation, so it's always good to get experience in the front office because Landry doesn't got it. And the way it looks like,
oh, there go Matt. You done cue Matt up, Dane. You done cue Matt.
He don't got experience as a GM though, Matt. You got to be real. He doesn't have experience as a GM. He has very limited experience, and that's true.
Man.
Um,
Oh, my bad. What's good, John? What's popping? Where you at?
Man, well, I'm waiting on the police right now, so don't worry about it. I'm waiting on the police because, man, some joker brake checked me out here, and I had my hands around his throat, but I let him go. So I'm just waiting on the police.
Oh, hey, John, hey, We Talk Horse exclusive. John going to jail.
Yeah, possibly. But at any rate, before I go, this makes the fourth general manager we got here. This makes number 4, right?
Ferry, Bud, Slink. Yep.
Slink.
No. I'm talking about all together at one time.
You got Landry, Corver, this guy. Who's the other?
And we hired somebody about
wrestler. I mean, he's there. I don't know.
No. You hired somebody. You hired somebody about a month ago.
He's not a GM. He's like what's my guy name?
He's an advisor.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the logo do? What's the logo of the NBA? Jerry West. The same thing Jerry West did for the Clippers, did for the Warriors. Not a GM, just an advisor.
GM. Same thing. Thing. You got 4 cooks in the kitchen, all of them trying to cook a chocolate cake. Some of them using black dirt, some of them using vanilla extract, some of them using doggone mud. And look, man, this mess. Okay. Now, Marion, you brought it up, Marion. When they fired and unceremoniously dumped Slink out on his can the way that they did, there was a red flag sent around the whole entire league because of how that happened. Then on top of that, the very first major move that the unholy trio makes is to go get a DeJounte Murray and give up 3 freaking first-round draft picks for him, so that, you can't move. If the thing doesn't work, you can't move. You just messed up. This thing is messed up for at least the next 5 years right now. There is nothing that we have to trade that anybody wants. There is nothing that we have to trade that will get us any better than where we are. I mean, we are just screwed up right now. And I don't care. I don't care if they bring Jesus Christ in here. That body is not rising from the dead. I mean, you remember what I said earlier this year? You remember what I said earlier this year? They need to put a sign over Phillips Arena: "Ye who enter here abandon all hope." Because I have never seen it this bad. The Spirit group wasn't this bad.
Yeah, you're right. Spirit group.
Hey man, I don't know, man. I think today we need to give Landry a little bit of credit.
For what?
Because he wasted 18 minutes of my life earlier today.
Yes, sir.
And he didn't answer one question.
Man,
look, wait a minute.
Hold on. We're not gonna shift there yet. I need to get everybody's thoughts on this new GM hire real quick. Then we'll switch to
Can we hire someone else not to listen to?
That's all. One point about Landry Fields in that interview. There is a comment that says, "What is he yapping about?" Literally, the first time.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me help you out, Demar.
Hold on, man. Let's finish the
wait a minute. Finish the executive first, man, because I know that's what I'm about to talk about. That's what I'm about to talk about.
Landry Fields was tap dancing worse than the postmaster general when they had him in the Senate committee.
Yes, sir.
But what we're talking about, I heard the consultant turned down the job.
No, the first time he did.
Turn down what job? What job?
To be our consultant to the front office.
Yeah, because
he turned it down already, but he accepted it now.
No, check this out.
Cause Golden State lost.
No,
No, this guy came from the Spurs.
Not the guy.
So
we hired,
okay,
I'm
so
talking about
so
the
so so let
consultant.
me.
So here's
I
the
thought he
thing right
came
here,
from
man.
Golden
What's
State.
telling is that-
Listen.
what's
No,
telling-
John. Listen. Before today, around the trade deadline, we hired a guy from the Spurs to be a consultant. The first time we tried to hire him last season, he turned it down and stayed in San Antonio.
Oh, you talking about that dude? Okay,
Right,
you're not
but he
talking
took
about
the
Buddy
job
United.
in February.
Oh, okay.
Today, we hired another assistant general manager. He's from Golden State, and he had time with the Spurs also.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
Matt.
But
So-
y'all look at this.
okay.
What this is very telling, right?
Yes,
in a
it
year's
is.
time, you don't hire a
What?
consultant and another assistant GM in a year's time. After you
Okay,
just
so
got hired.
let me help y'all out.
Hold on, Matt. So that's a telling story right there within itself.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
No.
There's no trust in Landry, bro.
No. So let me help y'all out. Okay. So
Yeah.
last
Help
year,
me with this.
let me help y'all out. So
Davis.
last year, or maybe a little over last year, whenever Travis left, got fired,
Sounded
quit,
like
whatever
a
happened,
Falcon.
whatever happened when Travis left, Landry got the job, right? Got promoted.
Mhm.
Once he got promoted, he
That's what you
fired.
call it, man.
He fired five. He fired 5 people in the front office. All were tied to Travis Slink. All 5 of them. He fired all of them. 2 of them, he hired one lady. Cover your ears, John. He hired one lady. He hired one.
Matt, why you begging for it, Matt? Why you begging for it?
He hired one lady, Tori Miller, who's the director of college scouting, assistant GM, and he obviously hired Kyle. He got Grant.
Wait a minute. She's an assistant GM too.
Yes, vice president.
Oh, so that's 5.
Well, you do carry you carry 4 to 5 assistant general managers.
Yeah, most teams have
Yeah,
5.
yeah.
4 to 5. Most teams have 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Hired Tori. Promoted Kyle. He brought over Chris Grant, somebody who is a former GM as a
He
consultant.
begged Chris Grant to come because he refused the first time.
He also brought over his former agent, who's a salary cap and CBA expert. He brought him over this summer, and he
So what
hired.
the new dude doing?
So the new dude is also is VP of salary cap. He's a salary cap guy, and he also helps with broader roster construction and consulting. So, like for instance, if I'm deciding,
Bro, you ain't got to explain to us, bro. You ain't got to explain.
if I'm deciding between one player that makes $7 million and one player that makes $12 million, he kind of helps decide or make the money work. Deciding between which player to get.
I think it's they got 2 more, or they got 2 salary cap people. So when Tony says get under the tax, they got 2 people to figure out how to do it.
Well, this guy, his claim to fame is when he worked for Golden State, he found that Kevin Durant loophole to get Golden State to be able to because they were one of the first teams to renounce players to go under the cap to sign a free agent to go back over the cap. So he supposedly found a loophole to that. So he's really good with putting like void years in contracts, ghost years in contracts to move the money around. So that's his expertise. It's not scouting, which Landry is an excellent scout. If we haven't seen the draft this past year, Kyle is still an assistant, but Kyle focuses on development and scouting. Tori focuses on scouting.
Matt. What's your opinions on the new guy, man?
I mean,
we don't need a rundown of everybody, man, and their titles.
I mean, he's obviously respected around the league. Like I said, I believe personally, it's more about the roster, about the future of the roster. I think that's a sign that we're going to go into going to the luxury tax. because if we were just going to dump salaries, anybody can do that. Just delete Clint Capella and Bogdanovich's contracts, and we're out of the salary, and we're out of the tax. I'm just saying they make a lot of money, Foot. I know you
I'm
love
not
them.
saying
They make a lot of money.
but we
Hey, wait a minute. Now,
I don't think you go out and hire.
Let me ask you this, man.
Who's that?
Answer this,
What
man.
the heck, John?
Now,
John, you got to
What
fix
the
your
hell?
audio, my guy.
That's that robot, that dude.
You're gonna have to rejoin.
John, are you under arrest yet or what? Your
Help.
audio jacked up, John. What
Yeah,
your
you got
picture?
to turn it, bro.
They got John on the body cam over there.
Hey, John, listen to me. Comply.
Come back in, John.
Yeah,
Oh Lord,
that killing me. I can't take that, Jay.
But
Sorry,
anyway, to me, this is a clear indication that we're going to go into the tax.
Salute Larry
Because
building.
you don't hire somebody that's supposedly a cap wizard to just dump salary. Anybody can do that. I can dump salary. So to me, this is more of we're going to go into the tax and we're going to try to finagle it so we earn a tax, but we're right there where we're not paying multiple years in the tax because that comes with penalties if you're in a tax for multiple years. So maybe we're in it for a year, then we're out of it, then we're back into it. So he seems like a guy that's going to help with that. More like money, managing the money.
Dude, you speculate, man.
That's not hard. Anybody
that's what his responsibilities is. It's
all right. Let me move on to
Matt,
Darian, man, so we can get to these exit
substance,
interviews.
bro. That's
Hey,
speculating.
Darian, what's your thoughts on the new hire, my guy? Talk to me.
Oh, I told you what I thought it was. I was being serious. It's someone else to help Tony Wrestler get under the cap or to stay under the luxury tax. It's simple.
All righty. Salute Larry in the building, man. Larry, what's your thoughts on this new hire, this new executive? And does it say anything about Landry Fields?
Confidence.
I guess I'm happy that we got someone from Golden State. Again, will it get undercut? Does Landry need more help to get under the cap? Does he need more help to, I don't know, devise an actual plan on how to build a team under a shoot first guard? Maybe, but again, inadequacies with this front office has always been a problem. So any help is wanted. But to be honest, I want them to clean house. Thanos was right. We'll see, man. We will see. The move don't really move that much meter for me. Only saying that, hey, we got somebody from Golden State who at least got experience in that somewhat. If all it is the salary cap, man, then they're going to weigh the options between who is going to give you better cap relief, bang for your buck for trading, either Trey or DeJounte. That's what it seemed like to me.
All right, now.
So Trey might be out of here, Matt, because of that. Just want you to know that.
Who?
If they're getting a capologist, then it might not bode well. You're not thinking about that if you're trading Trey. If you're not trading Trey Young, you're not worried about a capologist.
All right. Salute to the Braves. I heard they got the dub tonight. Thanks for the update, Mike. Salute to the Heat, who beat the Bulls without Jimmy Butler. I mean, I don't know why we couldn't do it, but oh well. So let's move on to these exit interviews, man. So I watched these exit interviews, and the first one I want to discuss, which I think is the best one, was Clint Capella. I don't know if y'all Clint Capella.
I skipped that one. You got to fill me in.
I didn't catch
he did. No, okay.
What he say?
All right.
Let's look at it.
Look at it.
I'm gonna tell you what he said.
Matt know what he said.
Look at it.
No, I honestly didn't watch it.
That's cool. All right. We'll watch it. This the homegirl.
Let's watch
Jay Jamila. Salute to Jay Jamila J, who always come through with the I don't know why the Atlanta Hawks don't upload their own damn videos, but whatever.
No, they don't.
Salute to Jamila J with the who uploaded the exit interviews today. And we'll go ahead and pull this up. And we'll just listen to a little bit of what Clint Capella said real quick. and I thought he made some valid points.
So this should be interesting.
Let's hear what Clint got to say.
We can't hear that, Demond.
Y'all can't hear it? I got
It's
the volume
super low.
turned all the way up on it.
For like 6 days, and then
I don't know why you're talking so low. Turn your volume up. Can y'all hear him if y'all turn your own volume
Turn
up?
your volume up too.
It's already up. Can y'all hear it?
I heard.
I can barely hear it.
I feel that this is why
Is the YouTube or is the app volume up too?
Everything is turned up. See, look. See, you volume max.
Yeah, I see it. Nah.
So y'all can't hear it?
Just rewind. Everybody shut the heck up.
Let's start over real quick. He does talk real low though.
You're not able to get better that way. It's there is a little bit of selfishness.
Right there, Clint Capella said it was a little bit of selfishness on the team.
Because whenever we show that we have the potential to do something, but that for like 6 days, and then this 6 following days, we just show a whole different team that explain that whatever we're doing, we're not willing to keep doing it because we think more about ourselves, and that's what's been happening to us. And I think, and I feel that this is why we weren't able to take a step from the year before.
So did you hear? Could y'all hear what he said?
Yeah. Don't that sound familiar? Don't that sound familiar?
So y'all can hear that, right? Salute to Jay Jamila J. Make sure if y'all not following Jay Jamila G on YouTube, it's ATL Hawk fan. She probably the only person who consistently posts post-game interviews and whatnot.
But let me ask you a question. They've not been telling y'all this right here. I've been telling you exactly what Clint said. I've been telling you. You don't show what, boy.
So
yeah, that sounds like a shot.
So
I mean, somebody that gets baby.
I knew you were gonna say that BS, man.
Well, he said this is crazy because he said when we go out there and we win 4 games in a row and show that we have potential, right, to win these games, he said it's frustrating because then we'll come back and players are selfish, and basically he says certain players are going for theirs. They're not making a sacrifice that's needed in order to win, which is crazy because Bogey said the same thing.
Yep.
Now go to Bogies.
There was not enough sacrifice. Not enough sacrifice. Guess who said that last year? Who said that? John Collins said that last year.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love
So it can only be 2 players that they're talking about, right?
The top 2.
Well, I find it mighty doggone funny that Bogey is saying.
I was just about to say that.
Because he came in here injured, which was I got to blame Slink for that. You went and got an injured man out of the ICU and put him on your team.
Bogey wasn't injured Bogey wasn't injured when we got him.
He had knee problems when we got him. He had knee problems when we got him. And
I don't know if he had knee issues when we got him. I know
he did. Yeah.
I know his knee got injured while we was playing because he started.
No, he didn't play the first 20-some games, right?
I'm talking about
when he started, and then he started.
Right. Yeah.
He started because he didn't come off the bench until he got injured. When he came back, that's when they started bringing him off the bench.
I'm talking about originally when he got to the team. I think John talking about when he initially got here.
When he got here.
I gotta go double check that.
Initially,
he was injured.
Hurt. Yeah,
he was hurt when he got here.
But Travis liked to do that.
I don't think so.
Travis liked to do that though.
I gotta double check that. But go ahead, John. Go ahead with your thought.
Yeah, that's a spin the block kind of thing.
But see, that's the thing. Then, okay, he doesn't go get his knee looked at. He's in and out of the lineup. He was supposed to be him or Herter were supposed to be Tonto to Trey's Lone Ranger. Because if you remember, the second year Trey was here, he said he needed help. He was asking for help the second year he was here. Okay, now you got Herter, you got Bogey. Neither one of them helped him out. Okay, and one thing that you will notice, and somebody posted it, that with Trey Young as well as without Trey Young, the scoring load was still on the point guard. Still, if it wasn't Trey, it was DeJounte. And guess what? The record is even 500 with both of them. What was our record? What was our record last year? 41-41. You couldn't get more mid.
The record
there was no difference. There was absolutely no difference.
It just looked different.
It just looked
But
different.
we still was a mid team, guys. That's why I get tired of the DeJounte and Trey argument, because it got me going in circles. My bad. Go ahead, John. I apologize.
Well, you're right. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing. There would be no debate about who we should keep if you hadn't got the man in the first place, because you didn't need that.
Well,
you did not need that. And
that's
you
what
damn
happens.
sure didn't need to give 3 first-round draft picks for.
That's what
You
happens.
damn
when you
sure
don't
didn't need to
listen.
do that.
That's what happens when you don't listen to the basketball executive.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to get Derek White first, but we know what happened there.
Well, wait a minute. Even though you might have was supposed to get him, you didn't. Does that mean you screwed a pooch and then mess up like that?
Well, like I told Matt, if I'm the owner, that's a fireable offense to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, see, no. Hey, Devon, this is the problem. The owner went along with the fact that they wanted to get Slink out the way. I need to find his ass.
Well, they was gonna do what Slink told them don't do it, but
yes,
my thing is our owner is a billionaire, but when it comes to basketball, he's not smart. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's a reason why you hire a president of basketball. He is the one who makes the decision, who run your organization. He's the one that you listen to. You don't listen to your son with zero experience. You don't listen to Andy Fields with zero experience and never has an NBA team. You don't do that.
Tell y'all that ever since.
Well, I mean,
and you definitely don't listen to players.
That wasn't the first time either, because if you remember Mark Cuban going on a podcast saying that the general managers, like his general manager and the Hawks general manager, couldn't get a deal done with the whole Trey and Luka thing. So he called Tony Wrestler personally, and they worked that trade out.
See, there you go. You're absolutely right.
That's your problem right there.
So that's actually the second time that Travis Slink got red like that.
And you know what that tells you? You know what that tells you? That tells you that
Larry, you didn't know that?
That tells you that.
Hold up.
That tells you
y'all
that
telling me,
huh?
Yes.
Y'all are telling me that Tony Wrestler said, "Get me Trey Young," and so
I don't.
It's just like,
I don't know if they were already working towards getting Trey Young, but
I think I think Slink wanted. I think he still wanted Trey Young. I feel.
I think he wanted more. Because he probably wanted
Travis wanted Luka Doncic. That's why he drafted him. He wanted.
I don't know about that.
But yeah, Larry,
if you wanted Trey Young so bad and thought Trey Young was that good, you just pick him third.
Yeah, you did.
Because guess what?
Extra asset.
No, watch this. If I think Trey Young was the guy for my team, guess what's gonna come out? Everybody's gonna know by draft night who I'm taking, right?
Yeah, I agree.
He took Luka because that's who he wanted. Now you get Cuban getting on the phone, calling the owner, convincing the owner. So the owner tell Travis, "Hey, get a deal done." I mean, there you go, right there.
No, because if you believe a guy's better than another guy, you're gonna take that guy. No draft.
And I'm gonna keep the guy if I think he's better. I'm gonna keep him. But guess what, man?
Why do that? Demond, why do that? Demond, why do that? And I can extract the extra pick, an extra asset.
Man.
Either way, Matt, my point is,
if you go against
at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, Dallas, say you pick Luka and you really didn't want him, right? because you trying to finesse a team behind you. What if the team be like, hey, you just keep that motherfucker, we're gonna move on. I'm not giving you nothing. Why would you take that risk? It's a reason why Mark Cuban calls Tony Wrestler. He wanted.
Well, I mean, if you, well, I don't. The reason why I say I don't know about that because if you go back to the trade, the night itself, it was contingent. The trade was contingent that Trey would be there at 5. So, and then 2 days before the draft, they said that Dallas was going to pass. I mean, not Dallas. Sacramento was going to pass on Luka, and the Hawks was going to pass on Luka because they didn't believe in him. They didn't believe that
I never
Man,
read
that. Don't mean anything.
I never read
said,
the part about
Doesn't matter.
passing on Luka. I ain't never read.
I posted in. I posted in
It
the chat.
doesn't matter, man.
And I didn't see. I didn't see no article saying the Hawks.
So what we talking about is a rumor.
Yeah.
Now,
I didn't see a report saying the Hawks wanted Trey Young either.
No, I'm just saying, but it said that Sacramento, Vlade Divac, and the Hawks didn't believe that Luka's game would translate from the Euro.
We don't know, man.
No,
we don't know.
I don't believe that. You know what I believe?
Well, okay.
I believe
let me say that.
And you know what? You know what I do believe, and I'm gonna tell you why I believe it. I believe Sacramento was gonna pass up on him because Luka just told when he beat Sacramento the other night, he just told one of them fans, "You should have drafted me." That's what he told. He got an issue with Vlade Divac. He told that to Vlade Divac. He said, "You should have drafted me. You picked the wrong guy." He ain't never.
But I'm saying that was the story that they didn't believe.
But I'm gonna tell you right now,
they didn't believe Luka game was going to translate.
The Landry,
man, when he dropped 73 on us,
Landry Fields,
and then in the press conference, he was like, "Yo, I had fans coming to me with Hawks Luka Doncic jerseys on. I signed the dude's thing. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I actually could have played here."
Yeah, he don't got no.
I mean, I don't.
But
but we could go back to the draft. I mean,
was Matt about to say he didn't know something? Hold up, let me clip that.
But I'm saying we could go back because rarely Xavier is right in the chat. Like if you go back to pull up stuff from the draft, like the basketball people wanted Jaren Jackson.
Let me say
I just saw that Bleacher Report said we wanted Jaren Jackson.
But let me say
either way,
they wanted the story goes that Travis and Jeff Peterson wanted Jaren Jackson because he was the youngest, most moldable person in the draft, and they went to ownership and said that's who they wanted, and ownership said that's not going to sell us no tickets.
That's who I wanted for the draft too was Jaren Jackson Jr.
Right, because what do we know about the Atlanta Hawks? We want to be entertained.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, they didn't get it wrong.
Let me ask y'all this though.
Jaren Jackson's a player.
I want to keep it back on topic. Let me holler at Marion real quick. Marion, what's your thoughts on? Did you get to see Trey Young's exit interview?
I think I saw a clip of it, but I didn't see the whole thing.
I didn't watch any of them because I'm so pissed.
Yeah,
any thoughts on the post that you did see, Marion?
It's good to watch.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Any thoughts, Marion, on the part you did see from Trey?
I'm sorry, Marion.
Did you want to go mushroom?
The part I saw from Trey, he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was talking about the fact that he's not selfish. Is that the one that is that the part?
He said
hit those hollering.
He said for some reason people thinks that he has to be the number one option. He said he's not selfish. He said if you go back to AAU when he played with Michael Porter Jr., he was not the best player on that team.
He wasn't even the second best player.
Yeah, he said I don't have to be. He said that's the perception that I'm a selfish guy when he's really not. What's your thoughts on that comment right there?
I got
amen.
No, go Marion. It's Marion.
Marion, what's your thoughts? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man.
I think my thought is that I think that he could be a second. For instance, if we went out and somehow got Embiid, I believe that Trey would happily be a second because Embiid would dominate the scoring.
Larry, and then John.
In my opinion, Trey may say that out of his mouth. His actions really don't reflect that. And to be honest, man, I've never seen him when he does it, like say, I'm gonna pass first. He's not even looking for a shot. It's almost like it's to a point like I'm gonna prove a point. You MFers need me to score. Like, guys,
Like what Kobe did.
You can't sit here and watch Trey Young's game for 6 years. We know how many assists he averaged. We're not saying that he doesn't get people involved. But Trey Young gets people involved when he wants them to. Not when the ball should be moving. Like he thinks he can out dribble the defense. Okay. And that's when mainly the turnovers happen. So I'm going to dribble and create all the offense, either dribble, contain. We know he's an excellent creator, playmaker. But it gets to a point, and I'm wondering when Trey Young interview, was it before Bogies and Clance or after? Because if you're sitting there, you get a win of what your teammates said, and you come in there, that seemed kind of defensive. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Was there some words said at halftime where DeJounte stormed off? Like, what is this is doing after that pass? Now, DeJounte could have drove straight to the basket, but DeJounte his first instinct is to go behind the back and look down at the ball, make sure he don't lose it. So instead of attacking the basket, so the pass, after sitting there wasting the whole time, no one even believes that you're going to pass the ball. Literally, when Trey Young plays, at the end of each quarter, he believes he has the God-given right to take the last shot. Period, point blank. There is no one who can dispute or give any kind of excuse for that.
Can't argue.
Even when guys is running up the court full speed trying to go, he stops and slows down. Trey Young believes that he's unselfish because he gets a lot of assists, but he plays like one of these young guys that's 2K that believe that they get the first right to shoot, they get the last right to shoot, and that is not an unselfish player. Just because you're a great playmaker doesn't mean that you're not a. Both things can be true. And if your teammates are saying this subliminally, you know what I'm saying? Not naming names, but they're saying it, and then you come out. See, I don't know the order. I saw the quotes because I saw Brad Rowland, because he's the one that asked the question to Trey. You know what I'm saying? And then he expounded on that. And I was just like, that's interesting, especially when you say, yeah, I want to win. No, I want to be here, but I also want to win. See, we all know you want to win, Trey. You said this repeatedly. You don't need to add little caveats like that unless you want to be, unless you're trying to put pressure on the organization, which I understand, or you don't want to be here. And when you believe that they don't make the right move, the first tweet you will see is his daddy. I don't know what they're doing. That's going to be the first salvo. And then you'll see Trey Young come out, because trust me, if we don't make the moves that Trey Young think is good to improve this team, he's going to ask to be out. And in my opinion, you're going to lose value in trading Trey Young once he demands out. That's why I'm on Thanos time.
All right.
But I understand.
Right here.
Hold on, Marion. Let me get John's thoughts. Then we'll swing.
Yeah. Sorry, I was long-winded.
So go ahead, John, and then Marion.
Larry, you expounded.
Larry, you got the words of wisdom tonight. I'm loving it.
But
you good?
No, it's just one man opinion, guys.
Hey, salute everybody. John made it home.
I may not.
You ain't got no braces on you. You get the braces put on, huh?
Hey, keep your live up just in case the police kick your door in.
You hear that familiar knock?
Just stand by the phone. Stand by the phone. Ain't no telling what's going to happen.
What's your thoughts, John? And then we swing to Mary.
Okay. You know, we acting like we created the Frankenstein monster out of spare parts and surprised as to how it looked.
True.
And the reason why I'm saying that is when you got Trey Young, You made him like this, Hawks. You made him like this. Everything Larry is saying, you made him like this. They used to say the exact same thing about Dominique Wilkins. He was the number one A1 option on the team. Non-parallel, no argument, no debate. It's the same thing with Trey Young right now. Who's ending games with logo shots? Who's scoring 50 points and shivering all over the place, pumping up the crowd? Last year, you remember what I was saying, and Foot remembers it, that last year was a transition period for Trey Young to stop doing that and for him to rely upon other people to carry the load. Well, guess what? Guess what? They dropped it. And you force him right back into doing the same thing. Now, when you put DeJounte Murray out there to run the point, what does he have to do? The exact same damn thing that Trey Young is doing. It's the construction of the team that forces that man to have to play Superman and hero ball all the time. It's the way the team is constructed, because he would have even more assists if these people would hit some shots. You know, and the selfishness part of it, look, it's a situation where you've got Trey Young after being here 4 years thinking, if I don't get it done, nobody else can, because it's been proven. He's been passing the ball to everybody. Everybody been getting the ball clink, clink, clunk. And you know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. You know, Bogut, look, that joker couldn't hit water with a boat. Sometimes he shoots weak. Sometimes, you know, sometimes he'll get me to where, you remember that 5-game streak where Bogut was just shooting lights out. And then next thing you know, lights went off. Click. You didn't see him.
You mean lights went on?
Well, lights went on, he went off. I mean, when you have a schizophrenic team, and Damon said it last year, we a jump shooting team that can't shoot jump shots.
Facts.
That's what we are. That's what we are.
What's good? What's good, Marion?
I wanted to follow back and come back, circle the block, if you will, with Larry. And I want to ask Larry, if we had Embiid or Jokic, just any way, if that just happened, they landed in our lap. Do you think that Trey would not defer?
I think he would have to, because he actually respects those players. But I think in his heart and his mind, the way he plays, he feel like it's conducive to winning. Now, I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it is. What I'm saying is his teammates are saying things. Now, it's not just John Collins. It's more teammates coming out. I don't know if they're talking about him and DeJounte, because I can be honest with you. DeJounte Murray was doing his impersonation of Trey Young when he was out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't getting as many assists, but he was averaging the same amount of points as Trey did without him. So, I mean, guys.
But I'm gonna tell you this, but Larry, I'm gonna say this though, Larry. Yeah. Let me add on to that part.
All right.
The reason I don't think they talking about DeJounte is because I have not heard a Hawk player say this. When I seen Hunter call DeJounte the leader, in that post-game interview, and he said he led us. That's why we won, and he's our leader. That said a lot to me. What's your thoughts on that, Larry and Dame and Kev and Darian? What's your thoughts on that? Y'all go after Larry.
I definitely remember that. And this.
Oh, does that not hold any weight with you, Larry?
Oh no, it holds a lot of weight. And what I'll say to you, when you piece everything up together, when you piece Clint Capella's message talking about when you see us go on a 5-game win streak, and then we seem like we're picking up steam, we're learning how to play together, and then we revert back, basically doing, you know what I'm saying, not doing what we're doing before. I mean, that's a shot, regardless. I mean, that's to be honest, that's shot fired. And then if you couple that and put what DeAndre Hunter said, and also I'll take it back to this. Game 5 in Boston. Trey Young hit that logo shot, put us up by 2. Nobody came up to Trey except for Bogey. If you go back and pull it up.
You mentioned that one, Larry. I remember you saying something about that.
Go back and look at it.
There was time left in the game, but
go back and look at it. Look at that time and then go back and look at New York. It's starkly different. When he beat New York, the entire team came over there with him. They were chasing him down, try to push him. Yeah, boy, yeah. Just like they did to Jonte when they, pushed the Jonte in the crowd when he was talking about I'm him. Bro, there has been a pendulum swing on this team that we keep talking about, we keep talking about who's a better player, who's a plus, who's a minus player. The Atlanta Hawks made it to the Eastern Conference Finals because they had team chemistry and they had the fortune of running to teams who bigs were hurt. And we got to out-rebound those guys. We had timely plays. DeAndre Hunter played the best defense he ever did against Randall. And Kevin Huerter had the best game of his career in Game 7. Trey Young played great. Trey Young played great doing that also. But what I'm saying is, man, it was a cavalcade of coincidences. Great.
Dang. Thanks, Dang. What's your thoughts on that? You got
on what? I lost the question.
Yeah, my bad. About basically, do you feel like the team is losing faith in Trey Young?
And does that quote from Hunter saying Murray is a leader, he led us, does that mean anything? What's your thoughts?
Hell no.
And you next, Darian and Kevin.
And me.
When did he give that quote?
Oh, my bad.
After he hit the
man. Y'all know how much I heard from y'all. I'm trying to hear from our newer panel members, man. Go ahead, Dane. Even though Dane be in the chat all the time. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know if it means much. Gives like much weight, I guess. I mean, Hunter's good, man, but DeAndre Hunter. If he was better, Trey wouldn't need to probably defer so much. I mean, what I just say is this goes back to the front office just really not getting that help next to Trey.
Yeah,
it's getting somebody good enough to be on his level because, like y'all said, he played in the AAU team with Michael Porter Jr., all these guys. Like, those are, top level guys. We've had the best team we put around Trey is DeJounte Murray. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it comes down to. He hasn't had if he has to play selfish for us to win, it's probably because he had to, because, and don't get me wrong. I see those logos. I see those bad shots he takes. I hate those. But who's going to take the ball from him? Like, so that's really just nobody's going to take the ball from him because you put the ball in anybody else's hands, it's a worse possession sometimes, a lot of times.
So do you follow up real quick? Do you believe that the players, I should say, losing a little bit of faith in Trey Young as a leader?
I mean, maybe. I don't like to speculate on people's like personalities and relationships and stuff like that. Yeah. I will say that I just think that I don't think so. I still think they believe in them. I think they saw that they can win. They do play good basketball and things are going good, but we just need some more talent on the team. We need better talent that fits. Simple as that.
Facts. Darian?
Let me go back to the unselfish comment or to the selfish comment real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's be real. I think DeJounte takes some of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life this year. I think Bogey takes some of the worst shots I've ever seen in my life this year.
True.
Yo, everyone has their selfish moments. The only one I can't say is really selfish is Trey, and I wish he would be more damn selfish. That just is what it is. As far as leader, Yo, do y'all think Trey even wants to be the leader? Trey doesn't even act like he wants to be the leader. I don't think he does.
That's what I was gonna say.
Nor does he need to be.
Trey Young
Hey,
has
Darian, let me
He
ask
doesn't
you a
need to be.
question.
He doesn't want to be.
Darian, what is a bad shot to you?
I mean, for example, I've seen all three of them do this. For example, run down the court, you got a man on you, you got like about 17 seconds left on the shot clock, and you choose to shoot a fucking three with someone on you like dead in their face. I've seen Bogey do it, I've seen DeJounte do it, and I've seen Trey do it. I can't stand that shit.
Okay, now if they make the shot, is it a bad shot?
Hell yeah. Neither one, none of them are Steph Curry, John. None
I
of
say
them.
if they make the shot.
It's still a John. You know, we say on the court, good make. We don't say good shot. We say good make.
John, there's certain people in the league.
And you know what that means if you're on the court. If you play in the street, you know what that means. Good make. You ain't say good shot.
A bad shot is this, John. John, as a fan, this is a bad shot when you be like this. No. Yeah, because it went in.
Yeah. But
that's a bad mate.
See, okay. Go ahead, Darren.
But the answer, John, is like there's only certain people in the league that I don't care if they take that shot because I mean it's been proven, and it's only like about three. Steph can shoot whenever he wants to. KD can do whatever he wants to as long as it's mid range or whatever. And Dame, that's about it.
Yeah, right now Luka too. He's a great bad shot maker.
Yeah, true. But
he is now.
Matt, let's move on to Matt. Then we got Foot.
Okay. So
I can already tell y'all, Matt gonna go against everything y'all said already. So
no. Okay, so
I'm going.
Okay, so let me start. So let me start.
All right, John.
Let me start with Trey.
Since I'm the last one.
So Trey, I'm glad somebody brought that up. And I always go back to this. The first time I seen Trey play, he was 16, playing at the Summer Peach Jam up in South Carolina, the Nike Pro-Am. He wasn't even he was maybe the third best player on that team, maybe. The only reason he stood out was because of his passes. Those logo shots, he didn't take those. Step back threes, he barely took those. I mean, he was just like he played like Tony Parker, just like a regular dude that could pass. You know what I'm saying? So when he got to Oklahoma, he was upset that he wasn't highly ranked coming in. I think he was in the 20s when he came in a class of 100. So he wasn't highly ranked, and he took that personal. So he came in and kind of showed out at Oklahoma. But he's never played with an equally yoked player, ever. Like, you got to really – I thought about it the other day. Like, DeJounte Murray or maybe Jabari Parker is the two best players he's ever played with. Like, that's
Michael Porter in high school. Yeah.
I'm talking about in the NBA. I'm talking about with the Hawks. That's
NBA,
jarring if you compare it to like what Lucas played with. Hell, what DJ's played with. Do y'all know DJ's played with two multiple-time All-Stars and one All-NBA player in San Antonio? And Trey has played with neither. Neither. Trey Young has played with neither. Okay? So for the people that say, oh, I got to trade Trey, I don't know what he could do. Can he get one of them? And then
before we decide to move him away.
Can he get something? Damn. But
so Matt, let me ask you this, because Trey Young been on the Hawks. This was year 6, right?
Right.
So when are they going to get somebody? I mean, how long are we going to keep up with this? How long is this? So if they don't get a player better than DJ next year to play along with Trey, are we gonna keep using? Are we still using that same excuse next year? I just need to know now.
If we can't get somebody this summer or at the trade deadline in January,
I mean, it's gonna be too late by the deadline. Your season made almost.
Things happen all the time at the deadline. But I'm saying if we can't get somebody within the next year, then I would move Trey, because I don't want to.
So if they don't get nobody better than DJ this summer, you're going to give them another year.
No. The end of next season.
So another year.
We don't get nobody for Trey. I'm saying, Devon, the end of next season, the end of this coming season, in fall to June. If we don't get nobody from then, between now and then, a year from now.
So one more year of Trey Young with a player that's not better than DeJounte Murray.
Oh no, I'm done with that. I'm saying I'm giving them a year to get some within the next year to find somebody that's equal.
Why haven't they already done it? That's my thing. Because guess what y'all gonna be saying? If they don't do it this summer, Matt, guess what you're gonna be saying again? Matt, Dane, you know what y'all gonna be telling me?
What's up?
He ain't played with nobody better than Murray.
No, I mean, Demond, at that point,
it's a front office thing.
Demond, at that point, I would trade him. At that point, I would trade him.
Because they're not going to try to get.
If I can't find nobody for him to play with next summer, I'll just trade him. Because obviously, I can't. He's too difficult to figure out players to play with. So, and that's the second point about whether the players, about whether do I value other guys' input about the team.
And that was your boy that said that. That's your boy.
I love Dre. I love Dre and John. You know, give your background with the union. You know, you know this, John. When you got a group of construction workers, nurses, and they're not a part of a union, and they go on strike or complain, I just fire them and go get a whole new crew. Their opinion does not matter to me. Okay? Their opinion does not sway me at all. Okay, I don't care what I don't care. I'm gonna let Foot talk. What Clint Capella say? What Clint Capella say? I don't care. What Bogey say? I don't care. As it relates to the team, but he's right a little bit. Dre, I don't care, and I love Dre. But as it relates to the construction of the team, I don't care. Nobody on the Hawks outside of Jalen Johnson and Trey Young do I carry or care what their opinion is.
They're role players.
They can all clock out and never come back.
All right. What you got, Foot? Then we're going to swing the Kev.
Man, look here, man. See, here's the thing. Everybody keep talking about who he played with, who he hadn't played with. What does that have to do with his individual performances? What does that have to do with him not making the right plays? What does that have to do with him and his turnovers? What does that have to do with shooting logo threes? What does that have to do with his effort on defense, just swiping at the ball and reaching? Nothing. So when y'all keep talking about he ain't played with nobody, that's straight BS, right? We talking about his individual play, right? That has nothing to do with it. So that who you play with don't make you turn the ball. Come on, man. Let's be real about this, right?
We said he carrying the village.
Let him finish, Matt. Let him finish, Matt. Go ahead, Foot.
So we're gonna go back to the original thing of what I thought. What that means? What these people saying? That means a lot, right? Because that means what your teammates think of you. That holds a lot of weight, not only for the players themselves, but other players looking at this in through the lens. Right now, see, he's already been labeled. This is just making it worse. We can read between the lines. Let's keep it 100 with these exit interviews. People were very specific. Clint spoke up a lot last year. He was very, very specific this year. Now you got Bogey talking about. So if Trey had the attitude, I don't care what they said, and like he doing everything himself, no, he's part of the problem too, right? So come on, guys, let's look at it for what it's worth. If you're supposed to be the when I said leader, the most money and the figurehead of this team, you got to be better, right? And that's always been one of my main issues. He needs to be better as a leader. You know, I'm not talking about he got to be vocal. I'm not. It's just in his play as well, because we've all seen and talked about on this show how he alienates people who hot. That's a fact. We've all talked about that on numerous occasions. Somebody got the hot hand, he come down, he ain't giving it to him, right? So again, man, when are we going to hold him accountable for what he's doing, right? Bro, that's real. That's a bad look when you got your teammates just breaking it down for you. I don't care how great he is, his ability. That means nothing when you have no respect. That's a problem when your teammates don't respect you, fellas. That's just it. That's fact.
But what's your thoughts on it, Kev? Then we'll swing back to you, Mary. Let me hear what Kevin's thoughts is on that.
So the question, the questions on Trey Young and just him on the team in general and what the teammates think about him.
Yeah, they talking about selfishness. They didn't say Trey was selfish, but that kind of was
Yeah.
hinting towards somebody was selfish. I mean, I don't
Man,
know
we
who
know
you
who.
be talking about.
Look, the thing is, I feel Trey Young, like I said, his name and just what I would say casual see from him and stuff, they just think you cannot talk about this guy in any way because I guess he's Trey Young and, yada, yada. The things he does, his lack of defense and the turnovers, it's detrimental to a basketball team. You're not going to win games with a guy who turns it over as much as he does and
Luka
is such
Doncic
a
averages 4
liability.
turnovers too.
Yeah, I mean, he had 6 in the playing game. He had 6. Didn't he have as many turnovers as field goals attempted in that first
He wasn't
half?
healthy. I don't even.
He had 4 turnovers in the first quarter.
4, yeah, in the first
and
quarter.
only won the rest of the game.
Well,
High usage ball handlers turn the ball over.
But I just think with Trey Young to really win, you got to have, like you guys were talking about, like an all-time player like a Jokic or something around it. I just think Trey Young's play style and the mistakes he made, it's too detrimental to a team. Him by himself. I think you can put players around him, and we've seen it. I think the Hawks have had the last few years, they've had talent around him. Now, things happen, like the Eastern Conference Finals team, I thought that was a pretty talented team. It was a good mix of players. And, I mean, we got to the conference finals, and then after that, things have fallen off. But Trey Young is a big part to blame on why the Hawks have. I mean, look, he's been here 7 years. This is his 6th year, and, I mean, we've only really had one playoff run, and that's it, in 6 years. I mean, losing seasons. I mean, like I said, if they pull the plug on it this year, I don't mind it. Because, I mean, again, you got to move forward somehow. And he's the only player in my eyes that has any sort of value where you could get something legitimately good back.
All right.
I got
who that next? John.
Marion was next.
Marion
John was actually next, so I'll go after John.
Did I skip John?
Marion was the one that asked the question.
Well, I had a question.
Yeah. You asked the question.
We on John or we on Marion?
Okay, yeah, because I was just trying to figure out how this was gonna work here.
Well, I wanted to cite John. Can I cite you right quick, John?
Go ahead.
Earlier, John made a statement, and I know we old heads because most of y'all missed it. Dominique Wilkins was not beloved by his teammates at all. At all. Even when they brought in Moses and Theus, he was not beloved. He was not beloved even up until the day we traded him. He was not beloved by his teammates. He was beloved by the city. He was the leader of the team. They knew exactly who the leader of the team was. He was not beloved. For those of you who say you have to be the team locker room leader, Jordan wasn't the locker room leader of that team. Michael Jordan was not the locker room leader of the Bulls. He was respected, but he was not the locker room leader. He was feared, but he was not the locker room leader. He would be beating up cats, but he wasn't the locker room leader. So the point is, you don't have to be the locker room leader. I believe DJ is a locker room leader. I believe that he hugs everybody. He calls and checks on people. He's a locker room leader, no doubt about it. John Collins was a locker room leader. Everybody loved John. You saw that when we played Utah. Everybody loved John. The thing is, to have a winning team, your star player does not have to be the locker room leader at all.
But let me add something to that, Marion.
He has to be respected, though, man.
Let me add something like that.
He has to be respected.
Watch it, but let me add something to that. Dominique Wilkins, Michael Jordan, they were leader. They led on the court. They led by example on the court. What they do that Trey Young don't do, win games. You can talk, and we know that's how it is. You tolerate a lot of bullshit from a star when you winning games. Jordan won. Neek won. I mean, we didn't do good in the playoffs when you're going against Hall of Famers like Bird and Jordan.
And he had trash teams.
But how
Exactly.
many multiple 50 win? How many
Ooh,
multiple?
name me somebody. All right.
How many multiple 50-win seasons did we have under Dominique and Mike Fratello? So we win. Under Trey Young era, right? We don't win. This year, you got a new coach, and we got worse. Now, I will say this, and then I'll pass it over to John. You don't have to be a leader, right? I'm gonna tell you like this. When you become the face of a franchise, you are the de facto leader, whether you like it or not. When you are the face of the franchise, he's not a dude. When you getting that super max money, face of the franchise, you are the de facto leader. What does that mean? You don't have to be out there hugging your teammates. You could be out there leading by example, getting to work early, staying late, on the court, helping your fellow players, right? And as we all know, as men, everybody has different leadership styles, right? I'm more of a DeJounte Murray type guy because I tell the people at Ali, hey, you're doing good. Hey, you're fucking up. Hey, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. So, but like I said, you don't have to be vocal. You don't have to be like John Collins, but you can be like, hey, you could be like Kobe, showing up there early, leaving late, teaching people how to play.
He does, DeMar. We know he
I'm
does
not. I'm not saying he don't do that. I'm just saying it's different type of things. But when you become the head of when you are the face of the franchise to the fans, especially to casual fans, they consider you the leader.
But I mean, you can look at
let him finish, man.
You know, go ahead, John.
Now, Trey Young, what you just said about him leading by example, he did. He did. You know what happened?
What happened?
At the point guard spot, at 6'1", 160 pounds, soaking wet. You can't lead nobody no more than 2 seasons before they solve you. And they solved Trey Young.
Trey Young as the best. If you the best player,
they solved Trey Young.
Well, I don't know if they solved them. I don't know if they solved them. But
yes, they did. I
can't ride with that.
They solved Trey Young.
No. Let me finish.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Miami solved Trey Young because they knew after what they saw in the Eastern Conference Finals that previous year, when they shut down Trey Young, they shut down the Atlanta Hawks because they had nobody else that could take
we had a
them
basic
out.
Offense, so it wasn't.
I'm sorry, but Trey Young made that basic offense work because he was the offense. He was the one winning games. He was the one scoring 50 points.
He the one taking all the shots. He the one who
that's
got the
right,
ball
because the people that you had around him weren't making it.
He the one holding the ball too long.
So who fault is that, John?
No, not during the time prior to that Eastern Conference Finals. He was not. They started clamping Trey Young
down. They didn't solve anything, man. It's basic.
He surely got past New York and he got past Philadelphia with that basic. He got past them. And he was the one. He was the one that was killing them.
Trey Young, the Miami
He was
series,
the one that was killing them.
I'm gonna tell you, John. I'm gonna tell you.
You had nobody else.
I'm gonna tell you, John.
Those teams.
I'm gonna tell you. When you got an old school coach like Nate McMillan, right? I call Nate McMillan a '90s coach, right? When you are the star of the team, right? When pick and roll don't work, what they usually do with the star? Isolation basketball, right?
That's correct.
He ran the offense through his star player. Sometimes, guess what? When a coach make an adjustment against you and the way you play ball, you as a player, along with your coach, but you as a player, because you're the one on the floor, you got to learn to make adjustments on the fly. And I'm going to tell you, the game that we beat the Heat, I'm going to tell you the
he's going to make
the
that
same
was going
adjustment
to win the game.
The same adjustment that he
you
made
had out there on the floor.
The same adjustment that we made in game 4. The same adjustment by playing faster. We played faster in game 4, and Trey that was his best game of
game
that
4 of
it was
the
no
Eastern
dribble,
Conference
dribble,
Finals.
dribble. Huh?
That Eastern Conference Finals year?
No, I'm talking about when we played Miami. You talking about the Miami series, right?
Oh yeah.
We played faster, and that's the only game we actually won. That's the only game he actually looked good. The rest of it was trash because
you had no help out there.
Because
Bogut wasn't hitting nothing.
Because
Bogut wasn't hitting nothing. It was. Look,
that's bullshit.
I hear y'all,
Collins,
but I see what I see
Collins
every
was
time
hurt.
these jokers play.
Collins wasn't even supposed to play in the series. He was
You
out
also
for
know
the
that Clint
season.
Capella was hurt.
John only came
Capella
back.
was hurt in that series too.
John only
before
came
you
back
forget
because
that.
Clint got hurt. John
What was that, Mikey?
wasn't supposed to
Clint
play.
Capella got hurt in that series. Remember, Evan Mobley fell on his leg.
And
he
then John
hyperextended his knee
came back because
right
John
before
was
that.
supposed to play.
But everyone's like, "Oh, Trey was bro. He was playing with 3.5 starters."
And you got to tip your cap to Eric Spoelstra. You got to give him credit.
For what?
Because he's a fucking way better coach than Nate McMillan.
No. And see, just like Foot just said, it was simple. Clamp down Trey, you beat the Hawks.
No, pass the ball.
Pass the ball.
But
Hey,
you
can we-
pass the
can we-
ball.
Demond.
Can we ask
that you can be assured that's going to hit a shot. None of those jokes.
What was the
None of
Give
them.
enough credit to Spoelstra and the Heat.
What you say,
Hey,
man?
real
No,
quick,
no.
guys. Real
You
quick,
had
can we
nobody
ask-
to pass the ball to.
What was the seed in that playoffs? What was the matchup? What was the playoff seeding?
For us?
In that Miami series.
What were we were
1 versus 8, right?
we came out
we were the
we
eighth
came out the
seed.
playing that year.
Yeah.
I think it was
No,
1 versus
we
8, right?
We was 8?
It was 1 versus 8.
Okay, we was
It
8,
was
right?
8.
We
Yeah.
were 8.
Who was that?
Yeah,
Who was
8.
that? Who was that?
Okay, we played the number 1 seed. I think that goes back to my point earlier. We have never put a competent team. We put a competent team around Trey one time, and that made
Matt,
the
that's what I
conference
wanted. That's what I wanted.
every other time. Every other season, the roster has been subpar. So you say pass the ball to who?
To who?
It's DeLon
There
Wright.
was
Who's he supposed to
I'll
pass
tell you
DeLon
right
Wright?
now.
Kevin Hervey.
Wait.
What? Hey, Matt.
You just
Matt.
said John Collins was hurt.
I know. Hey, Matt. And I know finisher in the chat. Pull up DeAndre Hunter numbers in that playoff series. Pull them up.
So,
Let me break it
yeah,
down
he
even
passed
further.
to DeAndre Hunter
and
one
see,
game.
that's another
Pull
thing.
up Hunter numbers from the. Don't worry, I'm
And
gonna do
that's
it. I'ma
another
do it,
thing.
'cause I'm tired of y'all saying who he going. I'm gonna put. Let's see what Hunter did
Exactly,
in the playoffs.
man. That's a bunch
Oh
of
yeah,
bull.
pull up his numbers, bro. Pull up DeAndre Hunter's numbers, please.
We can't.
That's
We
another
can't
thing.
rag on Hunter. We can't rag on Hunter 1 minute and then
No,
the
hold
next
on,
game.
Man, y'all
hold
keep
on.
making these excuses.
No.
Y'all keep
And
making
let
excuses.
y'all
Y'all
say
said
who
it's
he
$200
gonna
million
pass the ball to.
Demond,
finish this
Demond, is he
Pull up the
an
numbers.
average player or is he a co-star? Which one is
Hey,
it?
can we go around real quick and just ask everyone? Because I think this is kind of the point that we're getting to right now. Do we think that the Hawks have a good supporting cast around Trey Young right now?
No way.
No, we were 7 games under 500.
No.
With a full healthy roster this year.
Like, what? Come on, do you think they had a good supporting cast around Trey Young this year?
This
Like,
year,
can we go around and answer that real quick?
No. And see, I got to finish my thought.
I will say this: we had a better roster than what our record said we was.
So do
I
the
agree
Pistons.
with that.
Yeah, I agree.
We had enough to
But
win.
that's not the question. Like,
But that
we
ain't the
didn't.
question. That's not
No,
the
we
question.
didn't. No, we
do
did
we think the
not.
roster
No,
around
we
Trey
did not.
Young
question.
right now is competent?
Who's
To
the
do
defender
what?
on our
No.
roster?
What's
How's
the
that a
end goal?
Hell
Darian?
no.
What's the
We
end
have a
goal?
play-in roster. We have a
To do
play-in
what?
roster.
To do what?
Yeah.
To do what, Darian?
To I guess to compete in the playoffs.
Yeah,
We have a
compete in the
roster to
playoffs.
compete.
No,
Yes.
no, we
No.
do not.
Stop
No.
talking
No.
about
No.
what's
So
on
that's
the
the thing.
field.
That's what we're
One
arguing
thing-
about right now. Some of
Well,
us
I'm gonna
think
tell you
the
this.
roster
I'm gonna
is
tell you
not-
one person. I'm gonna tell you one
opinion,
person
no.
who can't say no. I'm gonna tell you what. This guy right here. This guy
Oh,
right
my
here. You can't
goodness.
say no.
Oh my goodness. Demond. I had preseason expectations of us winning. I did. But as the season
That
progressed, I
means
said,
you
oh,
thought
man.
the roster was better than what we put out.
No.
Then
I
I reckon,
thought Quinn
correct?
Snyder. I
Hey,
thought
well,
Quinn
at the
Snyder
beginning.
could raise could raise the whole above his sum part.
Just say
That's
you
what I
thought the roster was. It's nothing wrong with saying the roster is better than 36 wins.
No, I mean, yes,
the
mine.
roster.
Of course,
Hold on, guys. To be
You
fair,
are
we
what
never.
your record says you are.
Wait. So
I was
Demond,
gonna say, to be fair, we never saw this. We never saw this roster.
Since you think the roster's competent, you're fine with bringing this roster back. Straight. Don't make no changes. Bring Trey back.
Matt? I said the roster was good enough, better than what our record said it was.
That's
why I asked Darian, is the roster good enough to do what? To win a championship? Hell no.
I said
to win
compete in the
Eastern
playoffs.
Conference? Hell no.
Demond,
to win more than 36 games? Hell yeah.
Yes.
No, Demond, be a top 6 seed. Are you comfortable bringing the exact same roster back?
Yeah. To be a top 6 seed, yeah.
You comfortable bringing the exact roster back and being a top 6 seed next season?
Hold up, Matt.
You're not listening.
Did you not know that Mikey know? Mikey, didn't I put $150 that the Hawks was going to be a top 5 seed?
I think you did, right?
I'm talking about in light of what we know right now.
The Bolu dude, whatever, Balu, I had to pay him $150. I bet that at the beginning of the season.
Okay, I'm saying today.
I tried to tell y'all at the beginning of this season, because I was the closest one to the actual record, as a lot of people wanted to make sure I knew that I was the closest one to what the record was going to be. I knew this.
I saw that. I saw you was. Hey, Matt.
The
homeboy Carlos say, hey, Matt, the homeboy Carlos say, what happened to Quinn big winning months, man?
It went down with the roster.
Let me finish my thought, and I'll let y'all go.
John.
Now, I want to make sure that I say this. I'm trying to think whether it was Darian that said it, and I know Matt said it. There are certain people that exit interview for the Hawks. I ain't listening to a word that they doggone say. Some of them, I'm going to take what they say with a grain of salt. And that's about as much as I can give anybody giving an exit interview, including the coach. Because the thing is that DeAndre Hunter doesn't have any business giving an exit interview unless he's leaving. Okay? That's the only reason he need to be given an exit. He disappear like that damn invisible man
just
on the league of extraordinary gentlemen be running around there feeling on folk just because they can't see his stupid ass. You know? DeAndre Hunter will disappear on you. Okay? So how in the world are you going to be sitting up here critiquing anybody with your sometimey iffy behind out there playing ball?
Hunter didn't beat nobody, did he? What did he say?
I ain't hear Hunter.
See, so and thing is, I thought Hunter said something.
I don't think he had an interview. I never saw his interview.
Okay. Well, see, that's good.
Yeah,
now,
every other player had an interview.
Same thing with Bogey. Bogey, I don't want to hear a thing you got to say, Bogey. Nothing. Because
Bogey
you
had
sometimes
too. Year, John.
He called out DJM pretty much in his post-game interview.
Everybody thinks he's calling out Trey. It could be DJ.
That's what I'm talking about. And see, the thing is, just like Marion said. Now, y'all created this Hawks. You created this monster.
Yeah.
Bogey, Hunter, and all the rest of you created this monster because he's giving you the ball. You have pristine position, no one on you, and you clank the shot. Okay? What do you expect for this man to do since you put the mantle of leadership on him, made him the one to end games, to score the 50 points, to shoot those logo threes just to save y'all sorry ass some games? You did that to him.
Yep.
He didn't ask for it. You made him into that. And now
Bullshit.
y'all backbiting.
Also,
hold on. Let me hear Mikey.
Amen.
Hold on. Let me hear Mikey because he agreed with John.
Also, regardless, if you want to, I still think it's crazy. But if you want to build this team around DeJounte, or if you want to build this team around Trey, regardless, you have to keep in the back of your mind whenever you speak about this that the Hawks do not own their pick next season. That has got to be at the forefront of your mind whenever you bring this up. If the Hawks tank next season, if they try and rebuild, they trade Trey, they trade DeJounte, blow it up. If that happens, they will be tanking for the Spurs. For the Spurs, they will literally give them probably a top 5 pick. If we trade DeJounte and trade, you know how bad this roster will be.
Mikey, if you trade Trey to the
rebuild
Spurs
until next
you
season.
get your.
You put yourselves in this position. You can't rebuild until the start of next season, which
no,
is why
You can't even rebuild next season.
It's like what
If
Larry
you
about to
trade
say.
Trey and get your picks back, you can do it.
No, you
Plus
can't.
one more pick.
No,
for them.
Larry, other GMs.
You're not going to give them all back.
Other GMs will not give you unprotected first-round picks in a draft that's as deep as the 2025 draft. They will just you know how hard that will be. They might give you two unprotected firsts instead of
if you can't
maybe
get that,
5
then
or
you
6
don't trade
protected
them.
ones because
You
Trey's that
don't
good.
trade them for the next 3 years. Then
Right,
How
that'd
about
be
that?
that'd be my number one.
So
yes,
that would be my number one.
You are
That would be
stuck.
my number. You're not.
No,
listen,
Brian.
listen.
No,
Brian,
the Hawks
I
have
know.
no shot at Cooper Flag.
You're not
because they
stuck,
traded
man.
the
You're
pick
not
to the
stuck.
Spurs.
If somebody wants Trey Young, your first demand is I need a 2025 unprotected pick. That's your first
and a lot
demand.
of teams will say no.
And guess what? Well, they won't get Trey Young. I mean, it's that simple.
Okay, well that's when you got to take.
And guess what?
Not working no unprotected pick.
Take your bias.
But
That's
guess
when you
what?
have to take your bias out of the equation and say it is not a logical solution to trade Trey Young.
Hold up, Mikey.
offseason.
Hold up. I'm gonna give you a different perspective. No, you're not stuck. Because if you choose, see, this is the thing.
Team is bad with Trey. You're stuck.
Listen
We're not
to
stuck.
me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
Mike.
I'm about to explain to you, Mikey. You're not
I
stuck,
understand
Mike.
what you're saying, Mikey.
Just because you trade Trey Young doesn't mean you have to tank. I don't know where y'all get this idea from. Okay,
we're gonna be
Mikey.
I'm with you, Devon. I'm with you on that.
Mikey, does the numbers, Mikey, the numbers you be posting, didn't it say Trey Young? I mean, excuse me, with Murray and Bogey, this was a 500 team, right?
With Trey and Bogey, it was.
With Murray and Bogey.
With Murray and Bogey, 500 team. With Trey and Bogey, 500.
So if you trade
team.
Trey and you get a great starter in return and some draft picks, why are you tanking? You don't have to tank.
Because
you can get a good player in return. You can send his ass somewhere and get a quality player in return. You don't have to tank. I don't know why y'all get
you don't. A rebuild to me, everybody's talking about rebuilding. A rebuild to me signifies trading Trey and DeJounte. Does that not to everybody else?
Hawks not going to rebuild.
Okay, but if you
in your scenario, do we keep DeJounte?
Tony,
there's a scenario where you keep DeJounte and build around and build around DeJounte and Jalen. But in my opinion, you can't building around a 28-year-old.
But the numbers don't say that, Dave.
Let me say something real quick.
It does not match.
Hold on. Let Mikey finish. Then you go for it. Let Mikey finish. Then go ahead for it.
Building around a 28-year-old and a 22-year-old, those timelines don't match. And I think the most important. I think the Blazers, they're so high on Anthony Simons, right? I think this is a perfect example. Anthony Simons is about to be 25 next season. Scoot Henderson, Ryan Rupert, Tumani Kamara, Jabari Walker, all these guys, Duop Reef, all these guys that they brought in and are trying to build a foundation with, 19 to 21 years old. If Anthony Simons, by the time he's 27, and the Blazers aren't winning, they will look to trade him, guarantee you, because the timelines do not match. His age will already be where his ceiling is, and the team will just have a bunch of the 21.
Well, let me ask you this, Mikey. Let me ask you. Then I let Foot go. Let me ask you this. Then I'm gonna let Foot go.
So
how old is
now
LeBron
bring it back to the Hawks. Bring it back to the Hawks. If you trade Trey and you try to win with DeJounte, Jalen, whoever you bring in from the trade, whatever that is, you do not have a large window. DeJounte's only getting older. He's already 28. We've seen kind of who DeJounte is at his max. This was his best offensive year of his career. He had an excellent year offensively. Excellent. But I don't think you have a large enough window because Jalen is only 22. He's going to take 4 more years to really reach what his ceiling could be. I don't think DeJounte is going to be 32 when that happens. And that's when we know I think we can all agree that at 32, 33, most players that aren't superhumans see a little bit of a decline.
Mikey,
that's not a large window at all.
How old is LeBron James?
Bro, come on.
I said
LeBron.
I'm asking a question. How old is LeBron James? How old is LeBron James?
Larry, you muted.
I
He's
said that
38
isn't a
years old.
superhuman.
He's 38.
He
How
cannot
old is AD?
He's only like low 30s.
30,
No.
31, 32.
So they got
AD
about, what,
is
a 7-year age
27,
difference?
28.
No,
They got
AD
is 28.
is 29.
So
Okay,
they
okay,
got.
yeah.
So you telling me AD and
He's 31.
LeBron?
He's 31.
So
That's
AD
what I
and
said.
LeBron have an 8-year difference in age, right?
Yeah, but the Lakers
And
weren't
AD is
rebuilding when they
way
got them.
worse condition.
So
It's LeBron, dog.
Dude,
no, listen to what I'm saying.
You're talking about
Y'all
top 3
listen
player
to what
all the
I'm
time.
saying. Listen to me, because y'all bringing up age. What I'm trying to
Yeah, and
explain to y'all,
it's
right?
very important.
What
It's
I'm
very important.
explaining, it's all right. It don't really make that big of a difference right now.
That's
because
just my opinion.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. When the Lakers got AD, what was the Lakers' plan? We're gonna win now and pass the torch to AD, right?
Yeah,
with an
because LeBron was getting older, and they
difference.
won a championship.
With an
Are you
8-year age
comparing
difference, right?
DeJounte Murray to LeBron James?
No, what I'm comparing is their age. The ages.
Yeah.
What difference
To
does
me,
that
the
make?
age doesn't
Not the same
matter.
caliber of player.
It's
Because
not the
guess
same
what?
situation.
Because guess what?
This isn't a apple.
Y'all
You're
not
comparing
listening. Y'all
apples to
not
oranges.
listening. Listen to me. Open your mind. Think. Let me walk you through this real quick, okay? Let me walk you through it. When you trade, if my goal right now, and I tell the front office, hey guys, we're going to build around Trey and Jalen Johnson. Age doesn't matter to me. I'm going to tell you why. Because what I'm looking for in return for Trey Young is going to be a player who can fit inside between those two guys. That's one of the main things I'm looking at. But the age doesn't really matter because a guy like Murray doesn't rely on athleticism to get his point. He's not a slasher. He's not attacking, jumping in the air, finish at the rim. He is a skilled player on the offensive side of the ball. So when you trade Trey Young, when you trade Trey Young, you're gonna get a good return. It ain't like you trading him and gonna get 2 lottery picks and some random and a grind in return.
But I thought everybody wanted to trade Trey Young.
Demond, can I ask you a
Now,
question?
how old was Kareem when Magic came?
Old as shit.
Yeah.
Demond, let me ask you. Demond.
Hey, let me say my part real quick.
Go ahead, Flip. My bad. Go ahead, Flip.
I'll go after Flip.
Hold on, man. Hold on. I got a question, man. It's very disturbing to me to hear people talk about build around this person, build around the next person. What happened to building a damn team that fit? Right?
That's
what happened to that? Right? I wish y'all stopped talking about we need to build around Trey, we're gonna build around DeJounte. No, you build a team that all pieces fit together. Period.
And in addition to that, Foot, see, okay, we've had this discussion many times before about coaches taking charge of the team and making that team play.
I was getting that
his vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all will always tell me, well, you can't coach like that no more. You can't do that no more.
Bullshit.
But see, the thing is, look at what you got here now. Look at what you had under Nate McMillan. Look at what you had under the previous coach. People who didn't want to do what the coach wanted them to do, okay, just went out there and played any old kind of way. And the coach hands were tied because y'all saying he can't put his foot in their behind when they don't do what it is you tell them to do. And see, these people I'm gonna take what Clint Capella said in his exit interview. People are selfish. People not doing what it is that they know that we need to do to win.
Thank you.
Whose damn job is it to make them do it?
The damn coach.
The coach.
Period. I'm just saying.
And that's my whole take on this.
A lot of the times I see them jumping up in the air at the rim and then passing down to a man standing on the ground into a sea of hands. I have flashbacks of when I did that the very first time with my coach. He made me run 5 laps around the damn school, not around the basketball court, around the school. Son, don't you never pass my basketball down there like that. I'll live with whatever results you have trying to get it into the basket since you already up there. But you don't never do no stupid stuff like that. Throwing behind the back passes in the lane up under the basket. Man,
John, you know what that's called though, bro? That's called accountability, right? And this is what this whole Trey DJ saga has become, right? Because there's no freaking accountability on this team, period. Right? We've seen that. That's why Quinn gets smoked from me too. Because you don't see no problem with Thibodeau, right? So if we're gonna continue to let these players run this league, we still gonna have the same problem, bro. You know, the same problem. Because again, you got to do what's best for the team. That's not what's happening. It definitely ain't happening for the Hawks. I told y'all that early in the season. I was saying the same thing Clint Capella said, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm saying the same thing. Y'all don't make this.
He don't either.
Capella don't either. I ain't finished talking.
But it's like,
hold on, let me finish, John. Let me finish.
Oh, I'm
John.
sorry.
Y'all don't make this thing about Trey versus DJ, Trey versus the fans. All they ass them getting smoked, right? They're not producing. Period. Throw the whole damn thing away, right? Period. But again, you know, when you are the franchise player, you're gonna get most of the smoke. That's how it works. That's how it used to work in the 90s and 80s, right? That guy who was that man, he did what he's supposed to do.
Those the fleas that came with the dog.
That's what they did. Hold on. This shit is so damn soft right now. It's ridiculous. Looking at this soft ass game. Period. Yeah. Oh, we need to shoot. He need to stretch the floor. We need to stretch this. Man, the hell with that. Play ball, man. Play ball. They soft. That's why you don't see no dude when the ball was cooking us last night. Nobody touch him up. Nobody touched him up. He just came out. He came at the ain't nobody touching him up, man. That's bullshit.
Hey, Foot. Hey, I forgot to mention. Hey, that's what Clint Capella said. He said we don't have. Basically, he was saying we don't have the correct mindset, and he brought up not giving like hard elbows when people attacking the lane.
Mm-hmm.
You mean he don't?
That's why I say he had the best interview. My bad, coach.
Is he taking accountability for that? No,
hey,
he didn't say I.
All I know,
he didn't say I.
You barely matched the points that Clint had.
Hey, let me ask the panel this. Hey, let me ask the panel this. Trey's exit interview, he said he wants to win. He wants to stay in Atlanta. What are y'all thoughts about that comment?
Hey,
let's start off. We're gonna start off with Marion, and we just gonna go Marion, Dame, Matt, John, Larry. That way we got our order. Go ahead, Marion.
I can believe that he wants to win. I think that every player wants to win, and I think that for him specifically, he wants to win because he tasted it going to the Eastern Conference Finals. In terms of wanting to win in Atlanta, I believe him when he says that, mainly because he got it made in Atlanta. He is the face of the team. He got it made. I don't know if he can go anywhere else and have it as good as he has it here. So I believe the statement. But one quick thing though, and I don't want to start a DJ versus Trey thing, but I do want to say that for the stat heads who keep bringing up the fact that DJ had all these wins in the second half, you got to really look at who we were playing against. Also,
thank you.
Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that.
No. I'm not discounting the win at all. I believe a win is a win.
I am.
But if you want to start making GM decisions based on who we were playing, you need to look at who we were playing.
Be careful, Marion. You're gonna get attacked by the Horde.
Watch out, Marion.
I can make a GM decision when we lose to the Hornets. I can make a GM decision when we get blown out by the Pacers and the Bulls and the Pacers again. I can make a GM decision off those.
we can make a GM decision about getting blown out by the Pelicans too. Did you see the Pelicans game?
I just want to make sure. Want to make sure.
And the Lakers game and
because
the
guess
Suns
what?
game.
So when Trey came back and we got blown out in those last 3 games, I could make a GM decision off. Oh, you know what? We was doing fine.
150 points.
And we gave up 100.
Talking about we're a 500 team with DJ leading when we played mostly teams that were G leaguers.
Bad teams. Bad
Who
teams.
was
Bad.
Name me the bad
We
teams.
were losing to bad teams.
Marion. Name me the bad teams we played.
Brooklyn.
We got to think twice. I can think of 4 out of 22.
New York.
They not bad. What are you talking about?
New York was horrible then. They had nobody there. They had Brunson starting. OG Anunoby was out. Jalen Brunson was out.
They was missing Brunson.
Deuce McBride started.
And who
Mikey's
was
right. That Knicks game.
Were we at full strength?
No.
Exactly.
That's
So
why
we
you
want
can't
to
make
who
decisions. That's
who
all
next? Come on, Marion.
Can't make a decision on that.
Who next?
That's all going to Marion's point. You
no,
proved
it's
this point
not.
for yourself.
Because guess what? You can't say we beat a bad team when we a bad team. We didn't have our guys.
Yes, you can.
Hold on.
It's 2 bad teams playing each other.
Losing to Brooklyn twice.
Well, we had our guys. We were 7 games
Were
under
they
5.
a good team? Is Brooklyn a good team?
That's 2.
No.
I mean, that's 1 to me. Brooklyn bad. Who else?
How about us losing to Charlotte? Is Charlotte a good team?
That's 2. Come on, because I said 4. Come on.
Well, we played Brooklyn back-to-back and lost both of those games.
Name me 4 bad teams we played in 22 games that Trey was out.
Brooklyn, New York, Charlotte, Memphis, Portland, Utah.
Did we beat Memphis?
Hold on, New York is number 2 right now, right?
We beat Memphis, right?
So
who we lose
I literally
to?
had this
Name the
confirmed
team.
by
New York's whole team.
Kevin. Foot.
Name
New
the
York
teams we
did
lost
not
to,
have OG
Marion.
Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Isaiah Harden. No, they had Isaiah Harden then. Or they didn't have OG, Julius Randle.
Okay,
and
hey,
Jalen
Kevin,
Brunson.
we didn't have Trey Young, we didn't have Jalen Johnson, we didn't have Double O, we didn't have Kobe.
Damon, that's all the more reason you can't take too much into that game. That's what
Marion, name me another bad team we lost to after February 27. Brooklyn, who else?
Portland. Well, lost to, we're talking
Lost
about
to
wins.
Portland.
We're talking about wins. I was talking about wins. And the wins I was talking about were the ones that Mikey just mentioned.
So
we played Memphis.
So what y'all telling me is this. So it's a penalty because we beat teams we supposed to beat.
No, it's not a penalty. I'm saying that
now
you can't make a decision like we need to trade Trey or DJ based on the fact that we played against these G League teams.
Nobody ain't making a decision.
So you telling me
everybody's talking about
G League teams we played was who again? Who's the G Leaguers? New York. I'll give you Brooklyn. I'll give you Memphis. Who else was G Leaguers?
Utah without
not G Leaguers. Sorry, they're not G Leaguers. No, they're not G Leaguers, Marion. Come on. I'll give you what did I say? Brooklyn, Memphis. I mean, Charlotte was G League.
Portland.
They not G League. They were just.
I got a question.
They just an awful team. They wasn't. They had all their guys there. You don't remember DeAndre Ayton? He a G leaguer.
Bad teams.
No,
I'm just saying, man. Because listen.
DeAndre Ayton didn't play in that game.
Y'all act like
DeAndre Ayton
we
sat out that game. That's what I'm talking
beat
about.
these teams and we was a full strength team. We was a bad team beating bad.
We just played bad teams.
I agree. We were a bad team.
I can't let fans downplay our wins when we was missing Trey, Double O, Jalen Johnson, Hunter,
it's not a downplay.
Kobe Buffkin.
The same G Leaguers you talking about was beating our ass with Trey.
Hey guys, can I give a rebuttal?
Let me get back on track.
No, get back on track.
Marion threw me
but
off.
we lost the first game of the season.
Let me get back on track. Go ahead, Dane. You made me forget the damn question, Marion.
Yeah.
Oh, the question was Trey Young, exit interview. He said he wants to be in Atlanta, but he wants to win. Thoughts?
Okay, I'll keep it short so we don't lose the plot. Yeah, I believe him. I think he wants to win, and I also think he wants to be in Atlanta. But again, front office, y'all gotta do something like this offseason. You know, I'm giving them less time than Matt. I want to see something this offseason. I don't even want to wait till the trade deadline. That's just me.
Matt, we don't need no whole soliloquy. I know how you get.
No, I mean, Trey Young repeated the same thing he told Taylor Rooks. The same thing he's been repeating all the time when he's asked the question.
Yes.
He wants to win in Atlanta. Atlanta has never won a championship. He wants to do something that hasn't been done. So I believe it when he said he wants to win in Atlanta. And pretty much he's saying it publicly because he wants the front office and really ownership to spend the money to go into the tax to have a certified winning team. When we come into the preseason, we could say, okay, the pundits are even saying Atlanta is a X top 4 seed, top 5 seed, something. And also, I think he's letting them know, can I please get an equally yoked guy next to me? Can I get somebody that has another all-star basketball that our kids can play with? You know what I'm saying? Something, an all-star jacket, something. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's the combination of those two things.
What you got, Darian?
I think he wants to be in Atlanta, but I also think everyone up here views this team differently. Because it's like the question I asked before. Some of us think that he has a roster that he can compete with now. Some of us don't. So you got to figure that out.
What you got, Foot?
I'm saying it like this. Everybody want to win. So that goes without saying, right? But at the time, if you're going to be a superstar, a max player, what are you going to do? You know, I keep hearing all this roster stuff, roster this, roster that. Guess what? If you're not, it don't matter what the roster if you're not playing good basketball. This team ain't playing good basketball. Trey ain't playing good basketball. So I don't care about the roster if you're not even playing good basketball. That's all I got.
What you got, Larry?
Trey sound like he's doing the PR. He don't want to sound like the bad guy. Trey wants everyone to like him. He's on social media too much. So he's being very precise on what he's saying. I do feel like that's a message to the front office to get it done. But it could also be a message to help me, please trade for me. You could take it either way you want to. You know what I'm saying? It could go both ways.
Lord.
I mean, seriously.
You threw a life vest out there, huh, Larry?
But
what they call it in the video game? You throw when you bring your teammate back, you throw a life something. I forgot what it's called.
Life preserver. Because we all know he want to win. He said this multiple times. You don't have to put the caveat out there unless you're either trying to get them to make a move or
that's facts right there. What's on the screen is facts. Foot, take a look at the screen.
Matt, don't cut him off. Man, go ahead, Larry.
Or B, you're trying to send a smoke signal out to other teams saying, "Come get me." And now I'll mute.
What you got, John?
How'd you deduce that?
It just rained in Dubai for the first time in 100 years. Wow. Dubai is underwater. Dubai is underwater. We got much of a chance of winning the damn NBA championship with this ownership group, even though Trey wants to stay here, and they have proven that they will not give him anything to work with as a Saudi Arabian with an umbrella. I got to go. I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. Yeah. I'm just sick of it. Demond, you said it right. These people are not going to spend no money. They're not going to spend no money. And even if they did spend the money, they wouldn't know what to get. You know what I always say? You send these jokers to the store for a tube of toothpaste, they'll bring back some Preparation H and try to brush their damn teeth with it. They are just that inept and stupid. I still can't get over this fool traded, gave away 3 first-round picks to get another point guard. And now, if everything works out all right, we're gonna get those same 3 picks back. So you know what that
You
means?
you ain't getting that back.
And even if you did, you just wasted 3 freaking years spinning in the mud.
That's what I'm saying.
What you got, Mikey?
Yeah, John. I think John said it pretty well. I think Trey. I definitely think Trey wants to win, and I don't think that's any question about that. I think probably the biggest thing that I took out of media day that this relates to Trey too. What Landry said was, it is Landry, so take it with a grain of salt because he says a bunch of fluff most of the time.
He didn't say anything.
But the one concrete thing he did say today was we have to put an all-star next to Trey. He did say that. And if that is the case, and he can deliver that, if he can deliver that this offseason, and you know whoever that is that destroyed a way to come in, I think you'll see a good improvement from this team. But if he fails to do that, and the Hawks have another subpar season next season, this is for all my Trey Bay accusationers out there. I think the Hawks should trade Trey Young next season if they are not good. If they are not improved, they should trade him because they actually make sense because they have their own pick.
Let me ask you something. Isn't DJ All-Star?
Hold up.
No,
I don't want to
no,
hold up. Let me get Kev respond. Then y'all can start asking all these questions. Hold up. Did you finish, Mikey?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh,
Go ahead,
you know
Kev. What's your
over, don't
thoughts?
you?
All right.
You know you over, right?
I just want to make sure, Demond, everyone can hear me. I just want to be sure.
You good?
All right. Look, I've heard the same thing from Trey Young about I want to win the last 3 years now. And even further back, it was deja vu. You know, I know he wants to win. I know he loves Atlanta. I know he does. I mean, this is his home at this point. I mean, I believe he had his kid here. I mean, or both his kids. So, I mean, he loves Atlanta, I'm sure, but I mean, I'm so sick of this mediocrity. I know it's basic to say, man, and we all are. We are in the worst position, I think, imaginable in basketball. I mean, you're in NBA hell, and look, if Trey Young wants to trade, I don't think he's not gonna ask for it this offseason. I don't believe. You know, the teams everyone talks about mostly are the Lakers and the Spurs. Because the Hawks, like Mikey said and everyone's been saying, we cannot tank next year. We can't.
No, we can't.
We're helping the Spurs out, and you don't want to do that. I feel the Lakers are the only team, if they trade them this offseason, the Hawks have to win next year. They have to. There's no point in sucking next year. If you trade Trey Young, I feel like it has to be the Lakers. You're not getting anyone from the Spurs, I believe, who's going to come in and really help this team win. I think you got to go to a team like the Lakers. But again, we're at an issue here where it's like teams are going to look at us like we want Trey Young out of here. So teams aren't going to, you know, we're not going to have leverage. We're probably going to have to take something that we really don't want. I don't know. I just think, man, it seems so helpless. And this is on fucking Landry, man. He fucked it up. He fucked it up.
Wow, he can replicate it if he brings it on.
You done offended Matt up there, man.
He can replicate it though if he brings an all-star this season.
Let me ask you this, Mikey, real quick.
Mm-hmm. Then I gotta go.
Matt said? Matt said he would give them a whole season to put a good roster around Trey. Now you said Landry said he need to put an all-star. Does it, in your opinion, does it need to be this offseason? Or can we go another year if they just made small moves?
Oh
my I don't think you can do that. Unless a small move multiple. I think at least 2 starters need to change.
3.
Like personally, I don't know about you, but I was thinking about this when I woke up this morning. Like we've watched pretty much the same team for so long.
Yeah, last 3 seasons.
It's hard to watch.
I know JC was a pretty big piece, but for what we got for him, it was basically nothing. Obviously, we know how that all went down. So, it just seems like we watching the same team, and I don't know. There has to be at least. I think there should be 3 starter changes, but I'll settle for 2. I think you got to explore trading DeJounte Murray, you got to explore trading DeAndre Hunter, and you got to explore trading Clint Capella.
Yes.
And then you got to throw Bogey in there too. See what you can get for Bogey for sure.
Guys.
All right. Hey, real quick. Hey,
we're
gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead in the stream. Let's go ahead and go around the room, man. Y'all give me y'all final comments. Let's keep it to a minute each, please, because I know Matt will talk all day. Thank God Kool-Aid ain't up here. Kool-Aid.
I miss
Kool-Aid. If I wasn't here, he'd be talking about me the same way. Don't worry about it.
No, John, the chat been recording your music, man. They missing your keyboard, man. Where it at?
Man, look here. If I go over there and try to play something for the Hawks, the damn thing will blow up right here in the living room.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid performances.
Mikey, you begging for it, Mikey?
Hey, let's start off with
at least take us out with it, John. At least take us out with it, John. You gotta take us out with it.
Marion, on everything we discussed today, man. The GM, the new assistant GM, and what you thought of the extra interviews that you saw.
I think that the all of us can agree that the construction is wrong. This team is constructed wrong. I think that we have a lot to prove in terms of the Landry picks. I know some people like the Landry picks, but I would have loved to seen Cam Whitmore. I think that we at a point right now that this is probably the most important offseason in a while, in a long time actually. So all of us have to just wait and see.
Oh man,
what you got, Dame?
I mean, it's a very important offseason, obviously. Clint has some nerve saying selfish. He played like 1,000 asses the whole season.
Amen.
Missing plenty of layups. I don't know. But, we don't need to move Trey. We need to move DeJounte, Clint, Hunter, if we can get something for him, Bogey maybe. And then we'll be cooking. I say go get B.I. You got the keyboard? No, this man tripping. Let's go look at the Pelicans. Let's go see if we can get B.I. We'll be better.
All right. Aiden said, let's go get the guy who just got benched in the playoffs. What's up, Matt?
I mean, to piggyback on what Dave said, I mean, I think the guy who eats off baby food the most on the team is just, between him and Bogey. Whew. Bogey, man, I wouldn't care what he had to say. As soon as he started talking, I'm walking the other direction. But as far as the overall roster, I mean, you got to get Trey Young, like I said, a legit guy, a guy that, he can actually defer to, not a guy that we want to defer to because we want Trey to be a traditional point guard. So, DeJounte got to go. He can block me like he didn't block like 5,000 fans today on Twitter.
So you don't say no when Ray Young blocked me. Jeff T got me blocked.
I did. I told him to unblock you. I said unblock my man DeMar. But anyway, look, the roster, to Mary's point, is not great. We just got to change out the parts. It's too many inconsistent parts. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy. Like we don't know what they're going to Bogey, Capella. We don't know if they're going to give you 10. We don't know if they're going to give you 20. We don't know if they're going to give you 5. You know what I'm saying? Like we have too many guys. Yeah, we have too many guys that's inconsistent. We have to figure out how to get consistency. And I'm glad that Landry, like a great president, brings in great advisors. He is, gearing up for a successful active summer by bringing in, apparently a well-respected capologist to help him out. And like you said, we're going to get in the room and talk and debate and figure out a solution to getting us relevant again.
A professional capper.
What you got, Darian?
I think the roster needs to be upgraded, but I think Trey also he needs to play better. Like I think two things can be true, right? Two things can be true at the same time. Roster needs to be upgraded. Trey needs to play better. I need Landry to do something. Matt, I know you love him, but I will never, ever forgive this man for going to get DeJounte Murray. Is the
You stay on after the show. I'll help you.
No, I'll be on after the show because there's no excuse for it, man. The man should anyone else would have been fired. That's just stupid. And Foot, I know you say that we need to build like an actual team and everything like that. But I don't care what NBA team it is, it's built around someone to make that team work.
Facts.
So I'm good.
All righty, let's move on to that. What you got there, Mr. Foot?
I'll say this real quick. No, I meant what I'm dead serious, Darian. Here's the thing. I told y'all last year, as constructed, this wasn't it. Right? So it's not I have an issue to saying this team is constructed properly. It isn't. It never was. We're not going to win with a 6 foot, 170-pound point guard that's ball dominant. Period. I've always said that I need Trey to play better and more efficient. I don't give a damn. He scored 28. He 28 and 10 all day long. He is inefficient in many areas, right? That's not going to win us anything. So if you want to win with him, he has to change his game. The problem is he's a scorer. He's always been a scorer. But will he relinquish those duties? No, he's not. I'm just being honest, right? Trey's going to play Trey ball, right? I'm not saying he's the reason why we lose, but he's part of it. Now, as far as building around him, go and get something, why do y'all think he's that dude where, we got to build around him, right?
ECF, only competent team.
Matt, can I talk?
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Y'all can talk. We can talk it backstage. Go ahead.
So back to what I'm saying.
I'm trying to get to the
he's
garage.
trash. He's a great player. But for me, he's not all that as y'all make him out to be. Let me clarify that y'all make him out to be, right? When I'm looking at a guy to lead my team to the promised land, I need to see certain things from him, right? And I mentioned that earlier, so I ain't gonna go on again. Now, this front office, and Mikey said it best, but we fucked. I mean, we are literally screwed right now. And we trying to trade all these players. I mean, shit, I'm almost saying run this shit back because we're gonna be hurting. Because again, we're already in the cap, fellas. Without even signing any new dudes based off the contract or the people we definitely gonna keep, we're in cap hell already. So again, we're screwed. But again, I need better. I don't hate Trey, but I need better play out of him if he's gonna be the focal point. And I think everybody agree that he is the focal point. So he got to play better. I don't give a damn. All this other stuff he's doing is inefficient. And if you want to challenge me, please do. The numbers out there.
What you got, Larry?
First of all, appreciate you letting me come on the platform, talk a little junk and stuff like that. If y'all ain't hit the like button yet, man, please hit the like button for this good content.
Do that.
He definitely don't have to do this. None of us really have to do this, but Damon taking time on this, to do this, so I appreciate it. This is the most important offseason in the past 20 years at least for this organization.
Yeah.
And we have to trust that Landry Fields will get another proven all-star, not a all-star alternate, to come play beside Trey Young. This will also show us if The young man says he doesn't have to be the number one option. He can play off the ball.
He can.
He doesn't have to be the number one option. These are his words, not me.
Absolutely.
If that's the case, then I don't want to see you going at the end of every end of the quarter to take the last shot. And you know why DeJounte Murray was upset? Because everybody
can't
thought
check
you
off
were
the
going to,
catch.
and you no. This you can do this with anything, man. Don't give me the ball with 3 seconds or 2.5 seconds and think I'm going to put up the shot, bruh. No, if you play ball, bruh, if you want it, I'm going to the corner. I'm letting you get it. Don't pass it to me because you see the double team coming last second because everybody know you're not going to pass it, bro. I'm not. I'll throw it back at you at your head. So again, the most important offseason in the past 20 years, because this is going to decide if we're going to keep Trey Young moving forward, or if we're going to have to trade him next year. Because I don't think Wrestler is going to approve just arbitrarily trading Trey without Trey asking for a trade. So DeJounte is going to get moved. Clint's going to get moved. Hopefully, package all of them up for one dude. I don't care. But yeah.
I'll pay for the U-Haul.
Let's see.
Salute to my guy Larry. If y'all ain't in tune, tap in with my guy. Y'all see his name, Dixon Wade is the channel. He do all Atlanta sports and the Georgia Bulldogs. He do all the live stream. Tap in with Larry. If you ain't a subscriber, you're missing out because him and the wife is very entertaining.
Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, here we go. Y'all ready? John look like
You
he
might
got
need him go last, bro. Why you gonna make somebody go after John? Let John go
we'll make
last.
John go last. Go ahead, Mikey.
Yeah, let John go last.
Go ahead, Mike.
It's already been said. Biggest offseason in X amount of years, whatever you want to call it. I think the hate and the hate around Landry and the love around Landry, I think it's just kind of swaying too far in either direction. No matter what you see, we got no choice but to believe this man is going to do what he does, because this is the franchise we support, right? That's been my attitude the entire time. I have not said I have trust in Landry. I have not said I love Landry Fields. I don't like him. It's just I've been like that the entire season. So if he comes through and does bring a second All-Star here next to Trey Young, I'm going to be very intrigued into what the Hawks can do to put the roster around those two guys, because they need to be better, or else, like I said, I think I'm of the mindset that until the start of next offseason, the only reason the Hawks would trade Trey Young is if he asked out. Like I said so many times, because they don't have their own pick. And if that's the case, they're bad next season. You explore trading Trey for sure. You have to. It'd be bad due diligence on the front office part. But since it looks like they're not going to trade Trey Young, and it's more likely that they trade DeJounte Murray, they've got to get a good return for this. Because if they trade DeJounte and they're bad next season, it's full rebuild time, full tank, full rebuild. So it's this offseason is going to either put us back on the incline, or just put us steep down, coming down the mountain, falling headfirst. So it's either do or die now. It's the biggest offseason in so many years. So hopefully Landry can come through.
What you got, kid?
He will, Mikey. He will, Mikey.
Going around and everyone saying how important this offseason is, now I'm just horrified. Because again, like everyone's saying, I have to rely on Landry to make sure he gets what needs to get done. I mean, now it's gone up a level for me. It's like, man, until I see it with my own eyes, I can't believe in this man right now. After everything, I can't do it. And for me, my personal belief, I would trade Trey this year. It's not going to happen. This is just me. I think Trey will be on the roster going into the next season because, again, Trey Young has the most value on this team. Like, we're going to have to package some of these other players. There's no way Capella on his own is getting anything. I mean, we saw what happened with John Collins and what we got out of that. Capella is where
Different situation.
I don't even know. It's probably just 2038 second round pick. I don't know. I mean, you know, like I said,
you breaking foot hard.
What's that?
You breaking foot hard.
Don't listen, Matt. Man, keep talking, bro.
But man, again, like everyone's saying, I just have to believe in Landry, I guess, and I'm not confident in it. And I want a roster that's night and day different because we just need a fresh breath of air. Whether that's Trey Young gone or that's DeJounte Murray gone, I don't give a shit. I want to win basketball games, and I want to see my team winning playoff series. I'm not even asking for a championship right now. I want to win a championship, but I want to get back to winning a playoff series and maybe going into the second round and having some false hope that we can get back to the conference finals and shit like that. You know, I just want to win games. I don't care who it is. I don't.
All right. And we look like John got something fired up for. Let's see what you got, John.
Oh. Well, as this season ends, I'm drinking a toast in a glass that I'm sure somebody spit in. And I'm going to make sure that everybody knows what the problem is.
Yeah, okay.
The monkey don't know what he's doing. The lion clawing all through the doing.
Now I figure out what you got, what you playing.
The Hawks, they sucking. Big win. Don't know if we gon' ever win again.
Damon, this is your new entrance song.
I'm telling you, from the top to the bottom, we sucking big win. From the bottom to the top, we gonna do it again. Next year ain't gonna be no different from this one. So we may as well go get drunk.
Yo, what the hell?
Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid. Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Shout out to Elton John, bro.
That was a pretty good note. That was a pretty good note there, John. That's pretty good note.
John got a little bit of vocals over there, man.
Did you go more Caribbean this time?
Yeah, you know, it sounds like this need to be played like on a Carnival cruise.
Put your shit in a coconut glass. Cause you're gonna be drunk and fall on your ass.
Hey, yo, update. We ain't getting that pick this year.
Around the
I know, I'm so upset. I'm so upset.
Oh, they lost?
Sacramento lost.
94-77.
I got my 15.
Oh, that's a wrap.
Wow.
That's a wrap.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, gang. Some of us gonna be backstage, man. We're gonna be backstage. I'm gonna be in the garage talking shit. So if y'all want to hang out backstage, here's the link. Y'all know what to do. Just follow. We're gonna be at the garage talking about how we just missed out on the pick. Mother bullshit. Hey, y'all tap in. Shout out John with the music. And we up out of here. Peace. As we leave with the
Link in
wonderful
the chat.
sound
Link in
of
the
John.
chat. Link in the chat. Oh no, it's not.
Safe and sound.